We are back with the fabulous Fabio. Evening, everybody. Welcome to episode 43 of the XBL Party Podcast. I am your host, ReddersTV, and joining me tonight we have I'm a Ghostbuster. We have Sentinel 17.
How's it going?
We have BMG.
Greetings, salutations.
And we have our very good friend and our old buddy from XBL Christmas Past, Fabio. How's it going, gents? How was your week? Don't all speak at once.
Things were quite good before you called me to this show, but yeah, here we go.
Hey, I didn't call you.
I'm here. Totally. I just want to point out, I'm here totally against my will, totally against my like, but the money is good, so yeah, thanks.
Not saying that.
Just kidding. Love being with you guys. It's been quite a while. I miss being here. Seriously,
Yeah, man,
it's been a long time since I've been part of an XBL podcast episodes, and this is like my first UK show episode being part of. Awesome.
Just saying though.
I heard a rumor that you abandoned XBL.
He did abandon us, but
Yeah.
he murdered Jin, and Jin was murdered by the Milk Mafia last week, as we
What do you
announced
mean
on the
that you
channel.
abandoned you?
And then
What?
Fabio's here. Coincidence? I think not.
Quite
Something to do with you're
cheap
going
clothing.
into
It has been.
you're
it
going
has
into
been
hand
since
modeling.
it's been since last week that Ash and BMG told me that Gina was dead. So yeah, I'm
Jenna
sorry.
is dead. R.I.P. Jenna. We are going to miss him. He died an
Slightly.
age-related death in Wales.
That's
with sheep.
that. Faber, that's definitely what happened. I heard the news, and here I am.
Occasionally
We were all
he
going to go
obviously,
to his funeral, but when we
sees the
heard
ghost of Jenna in
that
chat.
it's in a foreign country, we kind of went, nah.
No. When we were going to his funeral, we remember it's Gina, so fuck off. And yeah,
Damn.
Oh, I miss Jenna. Bless him.
I don't. No, just kidding.
I miss
Ash
all them
Council.
cancelled shows
I miss the
that we
old
had
gang.
one
I miss
episode.
the old gang.
He's going to be buried right next to every episode of his shows.
So not many.
It's not many.
We could just put like there's the icons for every camera of everybody, and then there's in the middle a little tombstone written "Rip Gina," something like that.
Poor Jenna.
We need a montage done where we can just play at the start of every episode of.
I'm trying to find an in memoriam.
Everybody's hates Gina. Something like that.
Amazing.
Just a sort of memoriam video overlay sort of thing, but I haven't found a good one yet.
Ash,
The only one I found that sort of fits it is like a World War II one. I think that might be a bit offensive to some people, but
Nah, that was years ago. It'll be right.
And nobody remembers, right? People get forgotten.
Yeah, people shot guns, wore helmets. Other
make sure
one
you
side
share this
lost.
out on social media to everyone who's watching in chat. Let's get those numbers up, get everyone in.
Yeah. So, yeah. How has your week been? We've heard from Fabio. What about the rest of you? You had a good week?
Fantastic, mate. Like
Awesome.
I feel like a new man because I'm here.
But you're so old.
That's it. Getting on in there. You ain't got long left, so got to make the most of it with these shows. So
Make it the most you can.
Sentinel, BMG, you had a good week?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
Cool. What have you guys been playing? Anyone want to go first?
games.
No?
Yeah, games, definitely.
BMG, you know you're pointing to the wrong direction, right?
Oh,
There
yeah,
we go. There we go.
He's on his own planet most of the time.
He has his monitor turned off right now, so he can't see.
He's on my left to me.
No, he's on your right.
No, he's on my left.
No.
Yeah, but you're pointing to the right.
Yeah.
No, that to me is left. That's right. From where I'm sat looking at the
Right.
screen.
So
That's
he's on your
left.
right.
Jesus Christ. Wait a second. Is the show an hour and a half of just this?
Pretty much.
I'm starting to have regrets.
Yeah, pretty
Alright,
much.
then.
I'm starting to have regrets. God damn
Good
it.
evening, Timmy. Nice to see you, buddy.
I'll get started. I'll go in with it. I've been playing a handful of cool games this last week. A lot of indie stuff for reviews and stuff. Some funny ones, some not so great.
Your microphone don't sound good.
My mic doesn't sound good.
There we
There
go.
we
That's
go.
better.
That was much better.
Yeah. Don't have it down your crotch area.
Now you're.
Did you not want to hear my crotch?
Ash, never use a potato as a microphone, okay? Just pick up a mic, and that will be much better.
So I've been playing Headbangers in Holiday Hell, which is like a twin stick shooter thing where this band's fans get stolen by elves, and you basically go around like brutalizing, like blowing up elves and stuff, and stealing your friends back and your fans. It's quite fun. It's like a I want to say like a roguelite, top-down twin stick shooter. Quite fun, pixel arted, funny, and like at the end you end up fighting Santa. That's quite a good game. I've been playing Terror of the Hemosaurus. I've done a review on YouTube. Amazing, sort of Rampage-esque new indie game. You can play it with up to 4 players. You just like players like little Godzillas and stuff, destroying cities, eating people and stuff like that. Really, really fun. Jitsu Squad, which is an awesome sort of action, sort of like a modern Streets of Rage, it reminds me of, but with like ninjas and stuff. Really, really, really good. And I have been playing today and the last couple of days A Space for Unbound, which has just come out or is just about to come out this week. That's a really, really, really nice game. I highly recommend people play it. And then I've started a game called Recall, which is it's like a mix between visual novel and like stealth game. And as you're playing, you sort of narrate how the story goes, and it changes. So you're being held hostage in this room, and you're like, well, the guard didn't have a gun, so then his gun disappears and stuff like that. And you're sort of telling this little backstory about, and at the beginning you have to escape, so you have to sort of like say it in the right order and then do the right things to make sure you can get like the key code and you can switch something off so you can escape. But if you do it in the wrong order, when you come back to like telling the end of the story, you're still locked in a room where you get shot or something like that. It's interesting in that sense. It's like a constant loop. Probably will get a bit annoying after a while though, but overall, really fun game. And then other than that, I haven't played a huge amount. I've ended up getting a load of games I want to work through this week, so I'll be playing them soon. So expect a lot of posts on YouTube and on the channel and stuff like that. And I've got to play an outright games game, so I might put it up to a vote which one I play this week for our ambassador coverage. So yeah. Oh, and I played that horrible Shrek game for members. So if you are a member of the channel, there's a horrible Shrek video coming this Saturday. I was on to Redders when I was playing it, and I was like, this is the biggest pile of horse poo I have played in a very long time. My plan is I'm going to play these games that are like terrible tie-in games.
Worse than Anacrusis?
Yeah. No, terrible. I got 20 minutes and I had to stop playing. So my plan is with these games, I'm going to play for like an hour or two and then cut them down to the best bits. But it was so bad, I just was like, no, I'm not playing this anymore. It is so, so terrible. And it turns out it was made by, I think it might have been like Sledgehammer Games or something like that in the end. And I was like, wow. So expect that if you are a channel member on Saturday at some point. Fun times. But that's about it of excitement. Oh, and DCU Online, because you can currently get a free max level upgrade for what I think it's like the 12th anniversary of the MMO on Xbox. So you can log in and you get like an ultimate to top level sort of upgrade, and then Batman as an ally or something. But it's good for achievements. If you want some quick achievements, download it while you can till end of Jan, and max level one of your characters up. So I'm going to be jumping into that this week.
So, dude, Sentinel, what have you been playing?
I've actually been playing a lot of Doom, like the old school Doom from '93. You know,
Nice.
Yeah, and it's like I'll play through like an ultra violent on Twitch, and I get almost to the end, and I get killed by some stupid shit always. So it's like I look I go from looking like I know what the hell I'm doing to like I'm a fucking noob and I'm completely embarrassed.
10 minutes, 35 seconds for the swear.
That's Doom in a nutshell.
Yep. So, I'm just working on improving my game, I guess. I'm already pretty good at it, but it's like, damn, I it's like making these stupid mistakes. I'm looking, it's like I wouldn't give a shit if I wouldn't care that much.
55 seconds for a swear.
Right? No, I didn't use the R word this time. I didn't use the R word. No, but I wouldn't.
We're just not allowed to be like horrible in the first 15 seconds, which is good because we have like a 30-second countdown. So we cover ourselves there. It's just
No,
we're trying to be
I understand.
Slightly more civilized.
That's why Redders is having everyone else talk right now. I completely get it.
Yeah. Mic off, he's like,
As soon as I start talking, that's it. Everything goes to shit.
Yeah, but I wouldn't care if I wasn't live streaming to make these mistakes. But the fact that I'm live streaming and doing it, I'm like, oh my god. So yeah, kind of embarrassing.
Mates, you haven't seen me playing Fall Guys, especially when I live streamed it once. Like, Jesus, guys, it's so horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I played Fall Guys before. I don't know if it was a game that I'd live stream just because I'd be making the same mistakes. You think you're doing good and then you do something that's completely humiliating.
No, I'm not just saying because I'm bad at the game, but it's because for the first 15 minutes, I had no audio going on the live stream, and I was talking, thinking that it was
funny.
working fine.
it was
Jesus.
So beautiful. So beautiful.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was. It's. I like Doom. I do like Doom. I like the old school Dooms quite a lot. Have you seen? There was a mobile version of Doom. You can play on your mobile.
Jesus, seriously.
They've ported it to PC now. You can get like a free download online
Christ,
Nice.
on a bloody Apple
of
Watch.
Doom mobile. It's
Isn't
supposed to be
that-
pretty good. Stop Skeletons from Fighting covered it a bit back. Really good.
Isn't nowadays the old Doom games playable even on a pregnancy test or stuff like that?
Probably.
Yeah.
But
I've seen
it's
it
not
played on a
original
smart
Doom.
fridge.
It's like a standalone. It's built for mobile. It was a special actual version built by, I believe it might have been actually ID that did it, or a subsidy of them. But it actually had new things and stuff compared to original Doom, so it was worth playing. Or it might have been Wolfenstein, something like that. One of them's come out recently. I was watching a video on it and I was like, I've saved the link to download it and play the emulator at some point because it sounds awesome.
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of Doom. That sounds interesting.
I love Doom. Yeah, especially the latest ones. I want to see Halo get handed over to ID Software.
We're already talking about that. That's it. We are just talking about this.
Yeah, that's
it.
what I really want to see. I want to see Halo get handed over to ID Software.
Yeah, I think after everything, that's that definitely should be in the cards.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
BMG, what have you been playing? Marvel
Variety
Snap and
games this
Destiny
week.
2.
Well, no, I haven't jumped into Destiny 2 this week. But
Marvel Snap.
Marvel
Yep.
Snap, the Game Awards Game of the Year, and the XBN Network Game of the Year, Mobile Game of the Year. It was in there. It won.
Literally,
It might have been the
mobile
only game,
to-
but it won. Marvel Snap. I play that daily because it's just so awesome. And once you go Marvel, there's no other rival. Just remember that. I jumped into a bit of WWE 2K22 with Ash when we kicked ass online. A lot of ass online.
It's so laggy though, isn't it? That's the problem.
Yes. We did
still
win one game because one person just didn't move though, which
That's
well,
always
that's
been
his
my
fault
biggest
now.
gripe with
Wait. How many matches you guys went?
after you left on Halo, I think we had about 6 or 7 games of
Yeah, it
WWE.
was, yeah.
And you just won one match because one guy wasn't moving.
No, we won all but one. We didn't win
Yeah,
our
we
last
won-
one because they
we
were
won
just
six.
annihilated
okay.
us.
Fair enough.
Yeah. You could tell all they do is they're like 30-year-old virgins living in a basement.
Yeah.
Run spammers
Kicked
of
our
that.
Although
asses.
we did find a bug with online, so we were playing online against others, and then we decided to have like a private game with us 2 on a team versus 2 bots. And twice we tried this, and no matter what characters I picked for the opponents, as soon as we started the match, they ended up switching to the exact same character as I was playing. So we start the match and there's 3 of the same character, and BMG's like, "Well, which one are you?" And I'm like, "The one that's not hitting you." So it's a weird
swinging
glitch.
fists.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, there's the Rock Stone Cold, and then Rock getting battered by 2 more Stone Colds.
That's a great argument. Which one is you?
It was fun. It was fun though. We had a good laugh.
That Hell in a Cell match, and we were throwing him off and throwing him off and throwing him off over and over
Oh
again.
yeah.
Matt
And then
Riddle's a
they keep coming
machine.
back
He can
up
get
the
thrown
wall.
off a Hell in a Cell 6 times and still get up and win.
Jesus.
Yeah, but they
Realistic.
pinned Ash, not me. You know, they put Ash through the cell and pinned him.
Yeah,
So-
because you were too busy doing nothing. It was.
I was RKOing on the top of the cell. But yeah. Playing that, jumped into a bit of Star Wars Battlefront 2. You know, I like to just jump in now and again for a bit of
still
fun.
playing that?
Always enjoy that. Yo, God, the servers are constantly busy. Very, very busy. It's really good.
Players, they're all bots.
No, the majority, to be fair, the majority is actually playable. Is characters, actual proper players, which is good. Good fun.
No,
But if you put
actually,
a short up on YouTube, they'd say you were playing against bots.
Yeah, of course they would. Yeah.
I wish I could find these bot lobbies.
The bots are still good anyway. They still kick my ass. Jumped into a bit of Battlefield 2042 with a friend. It was
why?
good fun.
I'm sorry.
'Cause
Why is it playable?
Yeah, it's very
playable
playable now.
now,
yeah. Is it
Very
seriously?
playable. And it turns out I'm quite good as a sniper when they stand still. As long as they don't move, I
They stand still.
can kill them. Yeah. But you'd be surprised how many people just sit there and crouch, and you're just like, so a bit of good fun on that. What else did I jump into? I've downloaded, but I haven't played yet. Quantum Break. I've got that
Oh,
downloaded,
good
ready
game.
to go.
Amazing game.
Good game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have played it. I never finished it because I had a bug at the end of the game when I played it on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
I just couldn't on the end boss. It just kept bugging out, so I just couldn't damage him at all, and he just kept killing me in one kill.
Yeah, like, that last boss fight is just not good. Even when
No.
it
Oh,
works,
yeah, I remember
it's
when I
not
did the
good.
first time, he wrecked
It's
me
quite
over and over.
boring. It's quite
Yeah.
boring, the last boss fight,
Yeah.
actually. But the entire game is quite really good.
Oh yeah. And having the I liked having the TV episodes in, depending on the decisions you make, depends on
It
what
works.
episodes you see. It's good. It was good fun. It was good fun as a
works.
trial. But yeah, because there's kind of the hype around a number 2. I can't remember if it's Aaron Ashmore or Sean Ashmore.
Sean Ashmore. Yeah.
Sean.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's really pushing that one.
What's his name again?
Sean. There's 2 of them. He's a twin. There's 2 of them that are in films and games, so it's
Yeah.
hard to remember which
Yeah.
one's
Sean
bloody which.
Ashmore.
You know, he's kind of built a bit of hype of doing a second game, so
He's really pushing for another one, isn't he?
yeah,
Maybe they'll
yeah,
want to.
Payday, don't you? That's why.
yeah.
To be fair, though, I was thinking about this. I wouldn't mind if they were to remake Max Payne and use him as the body double. The body
What?
model for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I really want a new
no.
Max Payne.
You went way too far.
I really want a new Max Payne, and I think
Okay,
you would make a
but-
great body double for it. Like a
Chris
body
Pratt.
double.
Chris Pratt
No.
would be a good Max Payne.
Absolutely.
Hell no.
Shut your whore mouth.
You're really kidding me.
It's a me, Chris Pratt.
I'm a Max
Yeah.
Payne now.
You sound just like your Fabio impression. That does.
It's nowhere. It's nowhere near. It's nowhere near my
I'm
Fabio
so
impression.
worried. Like you guys been talking about that impression for such a long
Oh,
time.
we've
and
missed
I'm
you so much that BMD's
Well-
come up with an impression of you just
Well-
so you can fill the gap.
Yeah, he does it every single episode, pretty much.
Right. We did
Like 3 or 4
we did-
times.
First of
when
all,
we
He's
did
getting a
Game of the
puppet, he
Year,
said.
right?
before
When we
you do
did.
it, before
When
you
we
do
did
it,
Game of the Year, hang on. When we did Game of the Year and you didn't show up, you let us down.
what? You didn't invite me.
Well, that's Redder's fault because I think Redder's purposely lost your invite in the post. But if you had been in
That's
Game of the
nonsense.
Year, because you had all your games, which was wild, you know.
Yeah, you had some very
Yeah,
questionable
yeah,
choices,
some
Fabio,
very-
I'm not going to lie.
But
Madden,
we had to.
Madden 23, how's that Game of the Year?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
I'm not saying that is game of the year. It's just because it's one of the games that I played the most
Yeah.
because I wasn't able to buy that much.
Yeah,
fair.
but we had to have a stand-in to kind of fill the gap. So I became the Italian version of Fabio to
Uncanny.
fill that gap
Italian.
in.
Why the Italian version?
Because he couldn't do a
everyone's-
Brazilian one.
Yeah, 'cause you didn't have to do a Brazilian
Wait a
accent.
second. Do you hear me with an Italian accent? I'm quite worried now. Should I try it?
You're Italian now.
I'm officially
Yeah.
Italian.
Because you're part of the
I'll
Milk-Man
need to
Fabio.
shave the entire beard and just leave a mustache the way an Italian man would have.
That'll make you a British porn star if you did that. Hey baby, you want your plumbing fixing?
Luke Steele has turned up in chat. Evening, Luke. We've got Big Shot Shiz Vane here in chat, which is nice. Cheers for tuning in, guys.
What else have been? So I've got Quantum Break downloaded, ready to play. I've re-downloaded the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order because obviously they've optimized that now. Yeah, they've optimized it so you can run it at 4K and it runs at 30 frames, or you can run it at 60 FPS.
Because I can't 6 FPS, then I'm like, wait.
No, yeah, 6. Yay! Yeah, I want to get through that before Jedi Survivor drops in May. I think it's May. It drops.
Yeah.
And I've downloaded also, but not played yet. Star Trek Online. I want to jump into that.
Yes,
and,
we should do
give that a
that.
bash.
You and me, we should do that. We should stream it because I haven't
Yeah.
played Star Trek Online in ages.
It's because you want to be Klingons that fly around Uranus, isn't it?
No, Federation.
Things
Captain.
escalated quite quickly here. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I've got that, but that's about it. But most of my time's in Marvel Snap because it is the Game Awards Game of the Year and XBN Game of the Year for
You see,
mobile.
he didn't deny.
That is.
He didn't deny Redder's statement.
Oh, right.
Like he's just yeah, that's it. No worries at all.
So, Fabio, what have you been playing? Anything?
Well, I've been playing Halo, not just multiplayer, but I played the campaign co-op with Ash and BMG. Quite fun, actually. Quite crazy as fuck. We couldn't do anything besides
You kept
just
killing
kill each
me.
other.
All you
Yeah,
did
it's-
was kill me. That's all you did was kill me. It's like revenge
yeah.
for the RPG sessions.
Yes. When you finally have the opportunity to shift someone, you are not going to do it seriously, especially you, BMG. God damn it! I've been playing as well the first Psychonauts because I decided to replay the entire first game, and I intend to replay and complete the second game because it has achievements.
Yeah.
And so far, yeah, that's it for me.
Fair dues.
Nice.
I've only been playing. I've been playing 2 games this week. Gas Station Simulator, which I think is great. But my god, it's very grindy.
Oh, I forgot about that game. I actually
It's
wanted to
not-
check that out.
It's
Very
not
good.
my chair that's creaking. Look,
Oh,
My
it looks
chair
like
ain't
it's yours, but you were moving then.
no, it's not mine. But I've got a Secret Labs chair. They don't creak. I've got a Superman. Oh, you can't see it. Superman Secret Labs chair.
Shit, what was I saying? Oh, well, yeah, I've been playing Gas Station Simulator, which is great. But yeah, it is very grindy if you want to get all the achievements. And I've been playing Dying Light, which I fucking hate again. I've tried to like it.
What?
Yeah.
But
If you don't like it, why are you playing it?
I have, because I 1K'd the game when it first came out, right? And then they released the Bozak Horde. And I started playing the Bozak Horde. I managed to do the very first challenge to unlock the bow. And I was never able to do the challenge of getting 10 viral kills in a run. So I thought, I'll go back and do it. But I've done that, and I've got 3 achievements left. One's to do the fucking second Bozak Horde run, which I'm really struggling with. And the other one's to get the parkour events done both during the day and during the night, which is not going to be too bad. It's just time consuming. But I'm at that point now in the game where I'm like, I just don't want to continue. I just want to get it done and be done with it. So yeah, I'll get a bit bored of it again.
Just stop.
No, because I've
I
got 3
just-
achievements left.
Just
See,
stop.
you know what?
You see, that's why we're here, to be friends and support him. Just
Yeah,
say,
it's like, I mean,
give up.
some games it's rough when you're achievement hunting. I mean, it's like if it's burning you out, just move on to something else.
I should
Exactly.
be able to get them. That's the problem. Like, I'm capable enough to get them. I just can't get them, and it's
No,
Just
you're not.
doing my head.
Hand the controller to a better gamer like Ash or BMG.
Yeah. That's it. Get good.
Wait. I'm
Absolute
sorry.
bastard.
When the heck has BMG became a better gamer?
It's not hard.
When did that happen?
It's age, mate, that's the problem.
No,
I'm
especially
getting too old for this shit.
actually, scratch that. Considering how he plays Destiny, yeah, he is good.
Destiny
to
2,
play-
the best
I need-
live service FPS game on the planet.
I need to play Destiny 2 with you, BMG. I
You
got
really
it
don't.
installed.
You
I
really
got it
don't.
installed. I need to do
You
it.
may as well stick your head in the toilet and flush it. It'd be more enjoyable.
You might as well stick your head in
You
the oven and turn the gas on.
There's so much content in Destiny 2, plus the new
Yeah, there's so
seasons
much
just
content
dropped.
So much
28
content.
28
Walk in a
28th of
straight line
February.
and shoot things.
No, you don't. You don't. We're not playing Halo, right?
Well, we don't walk in
Destiny 2
straight line.
Lightfall
Zip
drops on the
line.
28th.
Yeah, you can go to
February.
the sides.
Yeah, but at least in Destiny, everyone can go on whatever side of the map they want. They can't just go in like 100 meters of each other and then it drags you back, kills you, and drags you back like crappy Halo does. You know,
Yeah.
shut down 343, you abysmal studio. You don't even deserve to make Halo.
So Cyrano BMG is going to say, give Halo to PlayStation.
I'll tell you what.
They can handle it much better.
Halo
Jinner
should
will
be
be
done.
turning in his grave if he could hear you now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Halo is done. Halo is finished.
Shut the
You're
hell up.
seeing the start of 343
Yeah.
being disbanded. Let's get rid of him. Let's get him out of the way. Don't let him be in charge of anything but a plastic spoon. Halo, dead forever.
Halo needs to go on the shelf for a few years, I think.
No.
Yes, yes.
More content, so it'll be no different.
I think it needs a break. Put it on the shelf for a few years, come back to it in like 5 or 6 years. Then
I think, you know what? I think Halo and Gears both need to be shelved for a while.
yeah, for
Jeez.
sure.
No,
20
You
years.
can't have a flagship franchise that you can't get right. That's just fucking stupid.
I mean, you can if it's on Xbox, unfortunately. I'm just saying.
20 years. Let's shelve both Gears of crap and crappy Halo.
It's-
20 years.
well-
Where's Stubbs now to hear you guys?
No, you know what though? It's not so much that Gears is a crappy franchise. It's just that they're running it into the ground.
Yeah.
You know, they've had so many games for it.
Now.
This
Yeah.
is my only problem with Xbox, right? I loved a lot of their games. Like, I actually love Halo. I love Forza and stuff. But they've got so many IPs they don't use at all. Yet they
Yeah.
have to shove the same shit down our throat every bloody year.
That's true.
And I mean, hey, fair play to PlayStation. They ain't giving them any like they say that they've started to get a bit more repetitive in the last sort of year or two with like remasters and sequels. But before then, there was always like a varied sort of
Getting
thing
bad with
between all of
remasters
them
and
and
sequels.
but not necessarily.
So you don't want to see sequels to games.
But not necessarily
Getting
about
bad
the
I don't wanna
IPs
see
that they own.
sequels. I just don't want to see sequels to games. I don't want to see tired franchises get driven into the ground
Right.
just because they're
Yeah.
afraid to take
Did you
chances on
did
something
you
else.
watch Last of Us TV show?
I did.
Right, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
So the people that watch that may be new to gaming, don't know much about gaming, or considering getting a console, that is what Last of Us for the PlayStation 5 was aimed at. They put it all over Twitter as soon as that first episode finished.
Yeah.
That's who it's aimed at.
Right.
It's not aimed at
Well-
people who've already played it.
But here's my issue with The Last of Us, right? It came out on the PS3 originally, didn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
So it
It's
came out on
quite a
PS3.
good game. It's quite a great game.
It's an amazing game, but it came out on PS3. It got remade for PS4. Sorry, remastered for PS4. Got remade for PS5, and now it has a TV series.
Yeah.
All
But the new
telling
game-
the exact same story.
The new game, but the new game that's come out for PlayStation 5 is aimed at getting more people into the ecosystem, getting people into the
well, it's
PlayStation
about
5. It's about money. Of course, it's about money. It's all
been
about
done
money.
before.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
people that
3
some
times
people
before.
might- but you're not telling me that every person that's going to watch the TV show is a gamer. You don't know that.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
It's
That's
not.
who it's aimed
That's
at,
No,
and it's
but-
That's
making
not my
money.
problem, right?
But it's
My
making
problem
money.
is
Who cares?
they'll watch the TV show and then they'll go and buy it on console when it's already
No.
been out 3
No.
times.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
But
they
it
could
still
have
makes money.
literally-
Grand
could have
Theft Auto
promoted
5,
the PS4
PlayStation
version.
3. Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox
Yeah,
Series
so
X.
what you're
And he
saying is,
still
BMG,
but he still
you want
sells
the same
millions of
game over and
copies.
over.
But they're
I
dirty
would-
bastards for doing it,
But-
and people defend
yeah,
it, despite it
but
being really dirty.
It's not about defending it, but if people are buying it and they're making money because they are a
This wasn't
business,
even one of the
why
topics
wouldn't you want?
for
It's,
Yeah,
it's the same.
They're making money. Why
The
wouldn't
same
you?
situ-
If you
the
had
s-
something, that was making money, and then you could make the same thing but make it look better constantly, and it kept making money, you're going to keep making it. You would be stupid not to do
Right.
it.
But now they've gone the other way, and they're remaking Horizon Forbidden West. A
That's
game
probably
not
because of the
even-
TV show, also though.
It's
That-
not even
They're
6
not
years
remaking.
old.
So does that mean they're going to remaster God
remaster
of War
it, sorry.
1,
No.
like the God of War remake 1?
Forbidden West has
I
already,
have no
already
idea.
got a
That would be
PlayStation
interesting.
5 version.
That would be quite
Yeah, but-
interesting.
Forbidden
They're
West already has a PlayStation 5 version. What PlayStation are working on is an MMO in the Horizon universe. That's different.
But but like the situation.
That's like
about
saying Elder
remaster-
Scrolls. Elder Scrolls have made a number of games, which they've also updated, but
Yeah.
so they've made ESO. That means they shouldn't have made ESO because it's just a remaster of all the games.
No,
Is that what
Well,
you're
it's
saying?
not, because it's
That
new
Horizon
content.
game is
It's a
rumored to be the
completely
same
brand new game.
Yeah, but Horizon, the MMO they're making, isn't based on the exact same timeline.
That's not what we're on
And
about.
it's in
We're
the
on about
universe.
Horizon MMO. We're on about the
Yeah.
Horizon remake.
They're
What
remaking
remake?
Horizon for PS5.
No, it's not, because it's already optimized for the PlayStation 5 and out for the PlayStation 5. I know because I've had it and I've completed it.
You know, I want to bring up something Thimber said, to have faith in have faith in the Halo franchise. Don't give up on it yet. The guy just got here. Look, let me explain where Halo is right now. You've seen Rocky 4, where Apollo Creed is getting his ass kicked by Ivan Drago. We're at the end of that first round where he had the shit knocked out of him, right? So Apollo Creed was great back in the day, but one round in there with Ivan Drago at the end of the first round, he's almost done. That's where Halo is right now. So you can have faith all you want, but he's going to get KO'd in the second round. That's just how it is.
I'm going to get KO'd, he's going to die.
There you go. It's going to die. That's where Halo is right now. So you can have faith all you want, but he's still going to end up face down on the canvas. That's how it is.
I said it earlier before we started the show, but I want to see Halo get handed off to ID Software
Yes.
or Machine Games. I think
No.
they're a studio that could really benefit, because
Here's the
the
thing.
last Dooms have been fucking amazing.
Why
Like,
would you make
here's
him
the thing.
suffer? Why would you
Here's the
stick him
thing.
with a dead
Or you know what?
franchise?
How about this? You could switch it up.
I would rather they just let Halo have a break. Because, you know what?
Yeah,
I don't mind Halo, but the old Halos are great, and there's a lot of Halo that like lore in the books and that they've never covered in the games. And maybe give it a break. Maybe do some let 343 keep doing Halo, but don't make a mainline big massive Halo game. Make us a flood horror game. Make us some standalone games. Make something like ODST.
Give Halo to Coalition, and give Gears a rest.
Give Halo,
Here's the
get us
thing.
Halo Wars 3,
Jesus
Halo
fucking Christ.
Tactics.
Okay, here's the
Something
thing.
different with the Halo franchise.
Here's the
But
thing. People are
But why do
really
you want to
loving-
remake them games?
People are really loving to talk about that Halo is dead because of the news of the
Halo's not
employees
dead.
layoff.
Halo will
It's
never be
never
dead.
going to die. I'm sorry, it's never going to. I've been hearing people saying that Halo is dead since Halo 4.
Halo's not dead.
Yeah,
That's been out.
But-
Next, you're going to
time
say you
ago.
enjoyed the TV show.
No,
But-
I didn't watch the TV show.
half of it.
The moment I saw them, most of the time he's not wearing the helmet, I decided to not. hear
why
them.
would he want to
Not
wear
watch
his
the
helmet
TV
when
show.
he's got that?
But, like-
The ghost of Juno has joined
But
us
like,
again.
here,
in chat.
but like, here's what I think. Halo is never going to die. Okay, that's the first thing that people need to understand is Halo is not going to die, and neither is Halo Infinite going to. I don't think Halo Infinite is going to stop receiving updates and content.
I mean, as long as you keep throwing money into it, it's not going to die. Sure, but maybe it should be put out of its misery for a while. You know what I'm saying?
No, here's the thing. It's going to
I'm
be
just
worse.
saying.
That's going to be much worse. Here's the thing: people were saying before that fire 343. 343 is horrible.
Yeah, I agree.
Fire every single one of them and just shut down the studio, right? People were saying that, and then when we finally have some news of employees of 343 have been fired, people are saying this is so horrible. Who would have guessed that they are actually doing what we asked?
Yeah, you know, it's
Can you
like
please so like if we are saying that Halo needs to be
I-
put on the rest, this is going
well,
to be way worse because people are going to miss Halo.
no, but
They either need to put it on the shelf or they need to give it to a studio that can
No.
develop.
it's not. We're not saying that 343 can't make.
deliver.
Well, we're not saying that they can't make games. They're just not appropriately handling the Halo franchise. That's all it is.
They
Little-
can't make
flagship.
games. They prove that
That's-
with all the
that's
last
what
Halo
happens.
games.
That's what happens when it comes to leadership problems. And when you have
That is true. That is true.
And when you have a new leadership that we just saw that at the end of the last year, there's a new culture coming, and some people are going to be fired. By the way, love to every single employee at 343 that has huge talent and just lost their work. I really hope they get new opportunities, but that's the way the business work. When you have a new leadership, there's of course there's going to be some house cleanup to be done. And
Yeah.
some new contents are going to take a really long time now to come to be released, as
Yeah.
we had with Master Chief Collection. And what happened? We got the game that we wanted, a Master Chief Collection. Master Chief Collection is alive, and it's strong as ever. I think that's
Yeah.
the same thing that's going to be happening with Halo Infinite. Yes, I think 343 is capable of doing something good. Yeah, but they definitely need help, because if they continue to have poor leadership decisions to the point of releasing other games, and those games are at the state that Halo Infinite got released, we got
Yeah.
a serious problem going on.
Yeah, you know, and you brought up the management, and I know we've talked about it before on this podcast about how the writing's on the wall as far as the management with Xbox. It feels like they need to really figure out what they're doing, because not just with 343, but you know, like with the delays from Redfall and Starfield happening at the same time, it's a given that there's management problems, not just in one studio, but like across all of Xbox right now, and it's ridiculous.
I'll tell you what I think it is, because Microsoft like generally likes to give their studios free reign, don't they? Just make
Yeah.
them design the games that they want to do, but nobody's fucking governing that. I feel like
Yes.
there needs to be someone in place that says, "Look, this is what you need to deliver this on this date." Like you can have so much free reign, but for fuck's sake, don't take the piss. Like
I think
that
you're
should
gonna-
be what
That's exactly right.
Certain studios are being given free reign, but 343 certainly ain't. Because, like, have you ever seen 343 put anything but Halo out? No, they're in the Halo mine. Coalition.
Yeah.
Like, who could have
Playground,
guessed?
They're in the
that-
Forge mine.
But like,
finally
who,
allowed Fable, but there's certain teams are definitely allowed some sort of freedom, but there are certainly studios in the Xbox Game Studios sort of family that they are whipped and bound to what they are doing. Like, I'm sure some of these people like got laid off on 343, like,
tell you,
hallelujah, I'm finally free of the cabins. I'm like, oh.
Let's
well, yeah, no. There was. I think there was more than one developer that was laid off that said that the game wasn't supposed to be released at the state that it was, and it was because of bad leadership as well as incompetent leadership, and that caused so much stress to the point of being horrible to work.
I'll tell you what, before we get into any further, let's just like kick off our first topic here, because it kind of relates. So
Aren't we
Microsoft-
already going to that topic? Isn't this the first topic? We've been talking for
Microsoft-
such a long time.
Microsoft has laid off 10,000 people across Microsoft and Xbox, and the internet has kicked up a massive shitstorm about it.
Yes.
Despite Google
Yeah.
doing the same thing, Meta doing the same thing,
PlayStation
Amazon
doing the
same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody wants to draw a massive
Yes.
argument against Microsoft doing it, because
Yes.
hey, it's Microsoft, and the internet loves to hate on Microsoft.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had heated debates today in our own Discord. Feel free to join our Discord if you want gaming chat and arguments.
Microphone again.
Don't join like
I just don't want to talk to you, BMG.
You're going to enter the Discord server for 5 minutes, and then you lose track of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's it's happening across the whole tech industry at the moment, isn't it? Everyone's laying off people. You got to remember, a lot of people were brought on to get through COVID, and now COVID's not really an issue anymore. That they got staff around that they don't really need anymore. Why the fuck would you keep someone on the payroll that's not needed? Like, it's
that's the problem at the moment. People don't realise there was a massive tech boom over the last 2 years because of COVID. They were hiring up staff left, right, and centre because everything was remote and everything was getting done at a slower pace because it's remote. So they hired extra staff to make up for it. Now, it's horrible when people lose jobs, but it's happened in all sectors, especially tech. And this isn't the last. I mean, look, Google, everyone's like, oh, well, Microsoft's lots of money. They should have just kept them on. But, like, Google Stadia literally got shut down for good yesterday. And no one went, well, Google should have kept it open because they're fucking rich. No one cared. It's just, it's a business practice, and it sucks. And I hope all the devs. But if you look on Twitter, a lot of people, there were a lot of devs, but there was a lot of sort of community managers, like people that weren't working on the games, they were working in the community, like esports and sort of like social media and stuff. Microsoft recently hired up new people, like heads, to oversee all this sort of strategy. So there's probably part of that is that they've got to focus it into maybe one sort of team, and they don't need all the little teams. There's a lot to it. I mean, a lot of it will also be cost-cutting measures, trimming the fat of people who are no longer needed as much in the world because of the COVID sort of boom is gone. And everyone thought, oh, look, like all the streaming services, Netflix and everything hit all-time high, and everyone was like, hey, and then they're all going back down now. Netflix is hemorrhaging consumers. It's trying to change everything, and it's because we're not all sat at home pretending to work when we're supposed to be at work. We're not all playing video games anymore. We're not all using technology. We're not all using Microsoft products. We're not using this, that, and other. It absolutely sucks. I hope everyone finds a job soon. None of them really struggle. I did see one where they were going to lose their visa in like 2 months if they don't get another job. I like how Meisuko literally put, we got Fabio on the show, fire, and Fabio leaves. And it sucks, but everyone seems to be hitting Microsoft like they're the devil and they're the only company that do it. Amazon are getting rid of, is it someone said, did they say 18,000 staff?
That's because of the incoming recession. Anytime there's a big recession coming, because these big tech companies are going to keep track of all this stuff. They have to. You know, they have a forecast of, what is it, 12 months.
And there's one fucking coming as well. You've got to be pretty naive to think there's not a recession coming. There's a
but it's that argument. Yeah, but they're spending 69 billion. It's like, yeah, they are, but that money was put aside over a year ago. That is sat in a pot. They're not spending that freely now. That is literally locked up somewhere in a transaction, waiting to either close or come back to them. They don't. That's not. It's not like they're going to a back room and there's just 69 million quid just sat in fucking notes, and it's right. Another bag full will be fine for the day.
Yeah.
It's that is locked up in a separate deal. It's separate cash to what they're using to pay staff and everything, and it sucks and it's horrible. But it's happening everywhere. It's going to keep happening. We're going to see all these other people's yearly reviews coming up, annual reviews, and like the shareholder reviews. I expect it from pretty much every tech company is going to have some trimmings. Riot Games have just announced they've had a smaller layoff of people as well. It's going to happen everywhere. It sucks, and I feel sorry for them. But right this second, blaming Microsoft like they're the devil because they're trying to buy a company while also letting a few people go. They hired 40,000 people last year, and they're letting 10,000 go this year. So they're still
30,000 in a job.
Yeah. But you know what, though, to be honest, Xbox could cure cancer, and there's still going to be people that spin it negatively. That's how it is.
How dare they cure cancer and put those poor pharmaceutical companies out of business?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I agree. It's a weird fucking situation. But yeah, there is a massive recession coming. I mean, we've got a cost of living crisis here in the UK.
Yeah.
Prices have gone up over in America. There is, can't be avoided. Like, the world is in a shitload of debt.
And it's like these governments can't figure out how the hell they're going to get out of this mess. And it's pretty much like a train wreck coming. And all these tech companies, they're keeping an eye on this, and that's why everybody's laying off. Just like you said, it's Google and it's all these other companies too.
Yeah, Microsoft is always going to be painted the bad guy. It's how the internet's always reacted to anything Microsoft.
You know what, though? In my opinion, Phil Spencer needs to say, to hell with it, and become the bad guy and just take those gloves off and take it to PlayStation. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, I agree. I'll tell you what, if they don't get this Amazon, if they don't get, this Activision Blizzard deal, I think PlayStation is going to regret it more in the long run, because I think they'll just start buying up all the little fucking studios until there's nothing left.
Yeah. And I mean, like, you gotta wonder if some of these people that are laid off, if they're gonna start making these smaller independent studios where like 4 or 5 of them work on these smaller games, hoping to just find some type of work, you know?
Yeah. To be fair, like I've seen a lot of developers on Twitter today, like throwing open their doors. They're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're hiring."
And that's
like,
good.
Like,
You know, that's great to
guys
see.
gotta land on their feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's an industry that's always going to be growing. There's always going to be demand for people. It's not like it's 10,000 people going back to work at fucking Walmart. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah. You know what? And
there's always gonna be a need for these people.
And I saw this either last year or the year before on Twitter where someone said, you know what, to put this into context, game companies are always laying people off, but they're always hiring a lot of them back, or different companies are hiring different people, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a shit situation for everyone getting affected, but they are going to fall into other jobs. Like, it's not like they're, that's it now for them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's a
Microsoft
shame.
will always be the bad guy. Where's Fabio? Has anyone found out?
I've texted him. I've said, "Have you died?" But he hasn't replied, so maybe he has.
He's probably died then, yeah.
Jinner's sent his, like the family of the Jinner have sent hitmen over to take him out as well after he had him whacked. So.
He's fighting those ninjas that Stubbs was fighting that one episode when he dipped out for like 20 minutes.
Did you see Free League Publishing, who make the Lord of the Rings RPG we play, are releasing a licensed product where you can make your own RPGs on their systems? Like, I was like, we need to do an XBL party podcast, or an XPM, should I say, RPG sort of scenario, because it'd be amazing. Some of the with like Fabio the Milkman and stuff. You would all buy that, guy. You all want to play that. It'd be amazing.
Nice.
So yeah, let's get on to the next topic for tonight. New Atomic Heart details have been announced. I'm actually really looking forward to this game.
How dare you? How dare you?
I can't wait. I'll tell you what, fuck it. Before we get into Atomic Heart, let's get into our cancel culture topic, because I really want to get into this one. I'm fucking sick of it already. Like, I'm at that point now. What do you guys think of it?
It's let me guess, it's bordering ABK fatigue.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit going on Twitter. No, don't buy Hogwarts Legacy. Don't buy Atomic Heart. Honestly, I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna queue up at midnight and throw rocks at people buying Hogwarts. Like, that just makes you an assaulter. Then
Yeah.
I mean, do you know what? Right? J.K. Rowling is a bitch, and fuck her, and she's horrible, and she has ruined her legacy, and her comments against trans and stuff is shocking, and she should use her platform for good. However, like, I've got a fucking Harry Potter tattoo. I fucking really like Harry Potter. I'm buying that day one, but it's like, to me buying that game, I'm one of those people that, like, I watch wrestling and I can enjoy a Chris Benoit match on the TV, but still know he's a murderous cunt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a horrible person. Doesn't mean he's not a great wrestler, but I can still watch his matches and be like, wow, that's a good match. With, like, Harry Potter, this new game, I'm going to play it and enjoy it if it's good. And I know it's a great game made by some great developers. It's just unfortunate that the woman who wrote the original Harry Potter books, who has, like, the overall, like, IP, is a massive bitch. But I doesn't mean, like, I should. All these people saying boycott it, you're going to put a load of people out of work because of that. So
I'll tell you what I don't like about it. Neutral is dead now. You're either for or against, and that's the mentality that I can't fucking stand. Like, people say, "Oh, if you buy this game, you're supporting a bigot." No, I'm not. I'm buying this game because I'm interested in the fucking game. That's where it lies for me. I don't give a fuck about the politics. I don't give a fuck about how you feel about certain people. That's on you. That's your opinions. Yeah. But to tell me that if I do this, then this is what I am, it's horseshit. That's not what I am at all. I'm supporting a franchise that I actually enjoy.
Yeah.
I laughed on Twitter. Someone was replying and
Ash has gone. Fucking hell, we're on form tonight. He lost Fabio, now he lost Ash.
Yep.
Jin has taken them all.
Yeah, I know. The ghost of
Well, why
dinner
don't you-
strikes again. Is he back?
You know what? Next
No,
time,
no.
right? Next time my camera freezes, I'm gonna get some ketchup or something and like smear it and just lay it. But yeah, Luke's right. I've been putting the telly on. But what I was saying is, I saw someone on Twitter who they said you can be against if you're not buying it and against it in a reply to someone saying you shouldn't buy it. Are you going to if you're not buying it? Are you going to donate the cost of the game to a trans charity? And they're like, why would I do that? It's like, well, that would make more good in the world. You're then countering it with spending the same money you would spend on this game, and they don't want to do that. It's amazing when if it comes to spending the money doing something right, they're very virtue signaling. And do you know what? If it offends you and you don't like it and you are that against it, don't buy it. Stick by your guns. Fantastic. But it's like
Don't preach it to other people.
Don't militant force people.
Yeah.
Like for your beliefs. It's horrible. You become the same problem as what you're trying to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the
Say
same with
your
Atomic Heart. I mean, there's a Sorry, go on.
No, but so you should try and educate, not like control. That's the problem. So,
and it annoys me when they try and force that narrative on people. It happened with Atomic Heart as well. Like, oh, the game is made by pro-Russian Nazis. It's like, well, no, it fucking isn't. They're based in Cyprus. They got developers from across the world. Just because they didn't say what you wanted them to say a specific way, that's what you've got taken offense with. That's the thing I don't like. And they're like, if you support this, you're supporting Russia. Oh, fuck off.
You know what, though? And it's like, look at the news. How many Russians were running to the border trying to get away? They didn't want to fight in that war.
Exactly.
It's like it's one person doing this bullshit and you're blaming everybody for it. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I have a hot time.
Apparently, there's a Putin in regards to Atomic Heart. Apparently, like one of the Putin backers or the government financial backers is one of the people that funds the company that owns them or something like that. From what I've read, I couldn't tell you because I haven't read into it because I'm going to play on Game Pass and not spend any money. But you're right in a sense. People are blaming it on everything. But there you go. Look.
And all the people, all the people hating on this. Oh, it's tied to Russia. Do you know where Tetris came from?
Yeah, but they weren't bombing Ukraine and stuff and killing innocent civilians at the time.
Yeah, that's true.
But then
that's true.
Most of Russia isn't bombing Ukraine and killing civilians. It's like most of the Russian people don't want the war in Ukraine. It's not right to punish.
Well, then they know what they need to do. They need to find him and knife him or shoot him or poison him. Just saying.
20 of our Russian viewers.
You know what to do. Find Putin.
This I get monetized.
Yeah.
You're gonna see fucking Russian hackers have me next week. That's what it is.
Yeah, they just need to see where he is. He's probably in Miami Beach right now.
Yeah. But yeah, it drives me fucking crazy when people push this narrative of, if you're not with us, you're against us. Like, no, I'm not. I just don't fucking care about you enough to be that invested.
That's a bit harsh.
Yeah.
But it's true. I don't care that much.
Well, I don't want to say I don't care, but I feel like people should teach you. They should inform you of why it's bad and let you make a decision. If you push your agenda onto someone, it'll 90% of the time backfire and it'll go the opposite way. And no offense, if someone wants to buy bloody Hogwarts Legacy, they want to buy Atomic Hearts, it's not going to make a huge difference to life. Do you know what I mean?
But one of my, I've always I like to be accepting of everybody, races, religion. It doesn't bother me, but you're like gay, straight, bi. I'm one of those where just don't preach it on me. So I mean, I'll accept whatever you want to be. If you want to be a man that fucks potatoes, I'll support that too. Just don't preach it on me. That's my issue with it.
Okay, back. Sorry about that.
Came in at the best time there, Reddit. If you want to do it with a potato, I don't mind.
But you know what I mean? Though that's how I feel. About
it. That's what happens when I use a potato as a battery for my notebook. God damn it! Out of the sudden, shut down.
It's crazy to see just how many people jump on bandwagons and shit online. It's exhausting, man. Like nobody can enjoy anything anymore.
But like seriously, what are we talking about? So sorry about that.
Oh,
guys.
cancel culture.
Okay.
You've come at the wrong time, Fabio. You should have waited a little bit longer.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go, and then as soon as you guys finish, I'll be back. Okay.
I'll tell you what, watch how many fucking dislikes this video gets now.
I know, but I don't want people to think that we hate anyone and that. It's not that. It's
No, not at all.
You just
Just
can't
say-
do it like
we don't-
that.
We love every single one of you, besides two of you.
Yeah, but like if you're gonna go and
There's
throw
just
fucking,
soup here.
if you're gonna go and throw fucking soup over famous paintings in a fucking gallery, what message are you trying to get across? Because people aren't gonna see that and go, "Oh, I absolutely support their cause." They're gonna see that and think you absolute mug. Like you've just like ruined a piece of art for your own. I can't stand that political agenda shit, man. It just exhausts me. Oh, I'm gonna go super glue myself to the road. Why? Just so you can disrupt everybody else's day. You're not getting your message across. You're just making yourself look like an absolute dipshit. That's my argument with it.
I'm putting dog
Good
shit in a
points.
bag
Good
and setting it
points.
on fire on people's doorsteps to make a statement.
Do you know what I mean? Though?
Robert,
That's not
There
being
you
being
go.
fucking
Deadpool's coming to
anything
Marvel
anti.
Midnight Sun. Thanks for putting
Well-
us some happy times.
Right, all right. Let's get into fucking Atomic Heart.
Yeah, let's move
Right.
away because it's one of those topics like you can't win. You can be on either side or in the middle, and someone
Neutral's
will think
dead, man.
You are wrong.
Neutral is dead.
It doesn't matter what matter of thinking you have. If you think you're on one side, the middle, or the other side, you are going to be wrong to someone, and they're going to hate you for
yes,
it.
actually.
So, Atomic Heart is going to be running at 4K 60 in dungeons and dynamic resolution 60 outside of dungeons, which I think is really cool because that game looks absolutely stunning. I was really worried.
Which consoles?
That's for Xbox Series X, I think.
No details on
I'd
PlayStation 5.
imagine
Neither
PlayStation
this,
5 is doing the same.
neither the Series S.
Oh, Series S won't be fucking out. Let's be realistic.
What?
You'll get at least 20 FPS, Fabio. Be grateful.
Ah,
God.
But, yeah, it's yeah, that's pretty good news because the screenshots look stunning. It looks absolutely great. Can't wait to play it. It reminds me a lot of Wolfenstein, which I really dig.
It might be good. It's one of those games I've not seen enough of to judge yet, so
Yeah,
I'm waiting.
yeah, the trailers look quite good, but there's a ton of games that on the trailer seem to be good and then it's not that great at all, actually.
But it's coming day one to Game Pass.
Yes, yes.
yeah. It is.
So even if it lands with a thud, it was still free on Game Pass.
Oh yeah, for
February
sure.
something in it.
No,
February
I
13th.
love the model of simply like, okay, the game is here, you can play it as much as you like, and but what about the sales? What about the money for the developer? Well, if I enjoy enough of the game, I will want to support them and buy it. Simple as
You know,
that.
and it's like I'm kind of tired of hearing everyone attack Game Pass like that. It's like, it's like they didn't put their game on Game Pass for free.
Exactly.
No, right.
It's like Phil Spencer gave them a certain amount of money. That's kind of like their safety net. So that's the minimum amount they'll earn. And then if they sell anything on top of that, that's extra. You
Yep.
know?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That and Stalker 2 has definitely got my.
I'm
my
still
interest.
I'm still quite curious about the Series S because not just because it's the console that I do have, but guys, come on, it's a good console. Jesus
That's a
Christ.
great console, but I think it is limited.
No, of course it is limited. It is the weakest console in comparison with the PS5 and the Xbox Series S. It
Yeah.
is the most limited one, but it's still quite a beast and a great entrance for people that don't have the right condition to afford
Yeah, sure.
a $500 console. And I don't know how much is a 4K TV in the
fucking-
UK.
Wow,
You guys don't.
Couple
don't-
£100.
don't-
You can
Depending
throw it out
on
how
what
much
you
you want
want.
to. You can get,
Okay,
like, a
so
really cheap
that's
one for
in
400
Brazil.
quid.
That in Brazil, that's kidney and 2
8
teeth.
pints of
Yeah.
milk.
No, yeah. No. Like 8 pints of milk is the change for the kidney. You give them the kidney, they give you the TV and 8 pints of milk, and that's how it works.
I hope they drop the
Well.
Series S. It's holding back the Series X.
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
BMG,
I am joking.
No, BMG.
It's a good
seriously.
console.
No, BMG, seriously, that background of yours is like a virus. It's making you talk shit over. No, just kidding.
I'll change it. I'll change it.
Oh, great.
But no, it is. I've got.
Hey, be glad it's not a Jim Ryan background because that one's coming.
Please do so. Please do
And he's
so.
topless
Alright.
as well.
Fine, Jim Ryan.
That he's got a photo of Jim Ryan topless, but he does.
Now I'm interested in
There it
in
is.
all of its glory.
Hey, Jim.
Can you make a Jim Ryan impression, BMG? Are you able to do that?
No, I can't do Jim Ryan. He's too complicated of a soul, and I don't want to soil his name.
We've learned that
You just
BMG
have to lie.
refuses to bash Jim Ryan because he's still hoping that Jim Ryan will come to
You
his
just
house
have to
and
lie
offer
a
him that
lot.
beach round.
That's the impression.
Who said he already hasn't? Who said already Jim Ryan hasn't been here?
Oh, Jim Ryan! Oh,
Yeah.
that's what you look like.
He gave me a hand job.
101.31. Yep. There you go. It's all done.
Anyway, next topic. Ubisoft has delayed Skull and Bones for the 6th time, as well
There we
as
go. That's a game
cancelling 3 unannounced games because
It ain't coming ever.
Okay. That's a game that now I can say, shelve it, let it die. It's
Yes.
It should come out as a free-to-play game. It'll be alright free to
No
play.
one cares anymore about Skull and Bones. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
no interest. Fucking hell, BMG, your chair is squeaking like a motherfucker.
It's not my chair. What?
Sorry, that's mine.
chair.
My bad.
It's
That's mine.
Not my chair. I have a
No,
secret
no.
lab's chair. They don't
it was
squeak.
no. It was so perfect. Like, it's not my chair.
It's not my chair! Squeak!
Squeak, squeak.
What are you fucking doing?
The timing was so perfect, Sentinel.
Yeah, right. Of all these games that they've cancelled, why the fuck is Skull and Bones still trying to release?
Because it's government funded. They took government funds for the game, so they can't shelve it. They have to bring the game out. It's got to be made.
It makes me sad, man. I love Ubisoft. Like, they make some of my favorite franchises. It's sad to see them
Yeah.
in this state.
You just hate Watch Dogs. You just hate Assassin's Creed.
You heard the CEO.
Watch
It's
Dogs. I
you
love
heard the CEO.
Assassin's Creed.
It's all
I love
the
Far Cry. I love
Yeah.
Ghost Recon.
but it's all the devs' fault. You heard the CEO.
Oh,
It's all their fault.
He's
To the
apologised for that now. They're trying to sue him or something, aren't they?
No, they're trying to strike him.
Again, what's okay? There we go. There's people that are probably going to say the only solution for Ubisoft is for Xbox to acquire them. I'm like,
Ah.
God damn it! Why
I-
are you people
I don't
saying
want
that?
Xbox to acquire them. I want Yves Guillemot to get the fuck out, and I want them to refocus their efforts on single-player games
Yes.
and not live service games. That's all I want. That's all I want from them.
No. The funniest thing is that they are doing single-player live service games. It makes no sense
Yeah,
whatsoever.
but I don't want to be playing the same division for 4 years or 5 years. I want them to be
But
fresh
isn't
entries.
isn't the division supposed to be something equivalent to like to Destiny?
Yeah, it's a live service. Fuck that.
Yeah, so
Can't
it
stand that
makes
stuff.
sense.
I want to see a Division 3. Like, I don't
Yes.
mind, because I know that Ubisoft wanted to move away from annual releases because you were getting an Assassin's Creed every year, which is fair enough. But they should have a game come out. This is the game. It's going to be supported for 2 years. Then we're going to make the sequel. That's how it should be. Give us a Division 3 after like 2 years of Division 2 being out.
Yes.
I'm honestly just tired of them all the time putting Tom Clancy's this, Tom
I'm
Clancy's
okay with
that.
that, though.
I thought you didn't want sequels.
Soon enough, there's going to
I
be
want
Tom
sequels.
Clancy. There's
You
going
said you
to be-
didn't.
I want
Remasters
sequels.
and sequels. You didn't want either of them.
I don't want remasters. I don't want
Or
to see
sequels.
another fucking Halo if it's just going to launch
said
an absolute shit.
you said
show.
Yeah.
remasters and sequels. You don't
No.
want sequels to games
enough-
or remasters.
I
That is what you
don't
said.
want 10-year live service games any more than I want 5-year live service games. I want
But yeah,
Okay, shut down Minecraft.
One sec.
Shut down
Let
Minecraft,
me
boys.
just move the goalpost over this side.
It's
Sorry.
not about moving the goalposts. Yes, Stubbs has hit the fucking nail on the
I
head.
don't want remaster. I don't
Division
want
3
sequels, but I
in the
want
UK.
Division
That's
3.
what I want. Yeah.
That would be pretty
I'm
cool.
happy.
What
That's what I want.
stops?
Has to be set in London too.
Yeah, you know what though? My favorite part about Watch Dogs Legion was that it was set in London. That was my favorite part because it's a great city, you know.
It's just a shame the fucking game sucked.
Yeah.
I love.
Yes.
I love Ubisoft. Said him 5 minutes ago.
I do love Ubisoft, but Watch Dogs 3 was not Watch Dogs.
I enjoy. I think it's okay.
Nah, Watch
It's
Dogs 3
quite
was
fun.
Watch Dogs 3 was everything
I'm
I
playing
hate
Watch-
about Ubisoft.
I've been playing through Watch Dogs Legions earlier the last year, and then like I don't care at all about the story. I'm just caring about recruiting any person that I found.
Yeah, but
I'm enjoying
that was like the biggest problem with it because you don't have a set cast of characters. You can pretty much make anybody the protagonist.
But I think it's quite-
that's what I didn't like about it. It didn't drive the narrative. I hated that. Watch Dogs Legion was Ubisoft's first attempt at making a game that's going to stick around for ages when it didn't need to be.
No,
they should have
like-
made Watch Dogs 2 was amazing. They could have made a London-based Watch Dogs 2, new protagonist, not all this. Oh, you can go around the streets and like even the grannies. The grannies are fucking hell, mate. Like a proper throwing on like full-on London accents.
Here's the thing: what I quite enjoy about Watch Dogs Legions, and it doesn't make me have arguments to say that it's a bad game or that it sucks, is that I like Watch Dogs Legions as an open world game because I don't care about the story that they show, but it is a bad story driven game. That's the thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The open world, I love it. Like
And they
really
tried to turn it
enjoy
into a live service game. And it doesn't
Yeah.
work.
The
Like, it
same
doesn't
way
work
as
for
they
those
did,
games.
the same way as they did with Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
But Valhalla still had a story from start to finish.
No, but
with
like,
one character.
but do you remember like Assassin's Creed 1, where they showed off the trailer where Altair was using a crossbow, and in the game they decided to scratch the crossbow because it wasn't historically accurate. Do you remember that? And then in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you can ride a flaming deer. Fuck, like
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But yeah, I want to see them put out games that people love, not these live service fucking jokes, because it's tiring, man. I don't want to sink 200 hours into a fucking Assassin's Creed.
Gilmore loves it.
Yeah, but he needs to go. I mean,
he
needs
needs to go
anyway. But the fact that he ignored all those sexual harassment like cases, completely dismissed them, happened underneath him, and like he's the fucking CEO. If anybody's supposed to know what's going on in the company, it's him.
Yeah.
So either he knew and turned a blind eye to it, or he's just that shit at his job that he didn't notice.
Once again, we're going back to the situation that Activision Blizzard had, and
Hello, Yves
Gilmore
Gilmont here. Let's make some more live service games, just to piss off Redders, please. Thank you.
Tom Clancy's piss off Redders. That's the new game.
I'm gonna send him a fucking shit in an envelope. And say, here's my idea for your next live service game.
No. Send it in a parcel. You have to send it in a parcel because, as of we found out yesterday, the Royal Mail prioritized parcels. Letters are second. Oh no, the fourth on the list now. Apparently, are letters.
I'm gonna shit
Send
in
it
a parcel.
I got a Christmas card yesterday.
Cover it in gold glitter, and I'll say, "Here, Ubisoft. Here's my idea for your next live service game. Enjoy it."
And stick the name of Tom Clancy inside the basket. There we go.
Wow. Hating on Tom Clancy's games.
I'll put a little cardboard cutout of Sam Fisher on it because Sam Fisher appears on everything.
It's just because I'm tired of like Tom Clancy's The Division, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, Tom Clancy's
but
the
the Tom Clancy guy was writing books for like 40 years, so they have tons of shit to
Yeah, I know, but what I mean is, instead of focusing on games like at the moment, instead of focusing on games like Ghost Recon Wildlands, Ghost Recon Breakpoints, The Division 1, 2, 3. What about you give us a Splinter
Sorry.
Cell?
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be like when we hear the name Tom Clancy. I'm sorry, I don't care about anything else besides Splinter Cell.
This is another thing, right? People have been crying out for a new Splinter Cell for years. Well, we get
Yes.
a fucking remake.
Yes.
The
Why?
last one was Blacklist, you know,
Yeah,
and that
but-
was
yeah.
that was on the Xbox. That wasn't even on the Xbox One, was it? That was on the 360, I believe, and the
360.
PS3.
And Blacklist is such a great game, actually.
Scott has
I-
hit the nail on the fucking head. They cannot monetize Splinter Cell as well. That's what it
Uh
all
huh.
comes down to.
Yes.
Yeah, they
Yes.
find a way.
You know, and then you got like the franchise like Far Cry that was really strong before, and it just feels like it's fallen so far.
Oh,
And it
Far Cry 3 was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like this is what Sentinel has a really great points about Far Cry because Far Cry is great. Far Cry. This is my.
Sounds like something you can't walk, you can't feed
Procedure
after
time.
midnight.
I can pronounce R, but like Far Cry 3 was
Far Cry.
amazing. Far Cry, yeah. I'm Lord Far Cry. Okay, but Far Cry 3 was quite amazing. Yes, and when Ubisoft noticed that, okay, we have a gold mine here in our hands, they decided to repeat the formula for every single other Far Cry.
And now
And-
they're all in. Now they're all in trouble. That's the
And it
problem.
doesn't work. And it doesn't work because are you really seriously trying to? We need a new vase. We need a new island. We need a new open world where you can hunt deers, boars, wolves, and whatever. We need another bow gameplay. Like, give
Yeah.
us something new. Don't
Yeah.
stick with the same thing over and over. Unless like it is something that people cannot get tired of it. Like Call of Duty. People are not tired of Call of Duty. This is always
I'll
going
tell
to
you
be a
what.
quite successful game. Halo. People
If-
are not going to be tired of that. God of War. Yeah, it changed, but in the God of War 1, 2, and 3, it was the same thing. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. If Ubisoft would go, you know what, we're going to release an Assassin's Creed every year again. I'd buy it day one every fucking year.
Yes.
But
Even though
I won't buy an Assassin's Creed and then spend real money on microtransactions. They could
But
make
like-
double the money out of me.
But would you be good if the next they announced that we are going to be back to annual releases of Assassin's Creed, and the first game that they release is going to be bugged out as Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yeah, but
There
that was a
hasn't
one-off,
been
though, wasn't
a
it?
bad
Yeah, that was a
Assassin's
one-off.
Creed yet.
Unity was shocking. No, Unity.
Have
was
you played it?
fucking
Have you
dire.
played it recently?
Yeah, played it recently, but when it came out at launch, it was
Yes.
abysmal.
When it came out,
Ah.
it was quite.
You jump back into Unity now. It's like playing a brand new game.
Yeah,
4K,
but
60
Yes,
FPS. It's
yes.
really
But
good.
it's like what,
Really,
7
really
years
good.
old. I would expect it to be finally working after all this.
There's
time.
not.
Yeah.
There's not. As far as I'm concerned, there isn't a bad Assassin's Creed game. They're all good.
Unity was fucking awful.
No, like
Absolutely awful.
no, it's not necessary. No. No, Assassin's Creed 3 is much worse.
a
No,
good game.
I would say
It
3's
is-
storyline is probably
Revolution.
worse than Unity's.
I'm
but
no,
Unity's
yeah.
performance when it launched was fucking
No,
dire.
yeah, but I'm not talking about bugs and performance issues. I'm talking about the game itself. Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed
I-
3 to me
I
is
went-
the worst.
I
I
went back
like
to 3 recently thinking,
I
"Oh,
like
You
finally
like
getting weird,
Gentilians?
I like Assassin's Creed 3. I love Hayton. I love Hayton as a villain. I think it's quite amazing, and I think it was a genius move for us to start playing as him, and then out of the sudden you were playing as a Templar. I really enjoyed that, but
Connor deserved
when it
better,
co-
though.
when
He
it
was a good
comes to
assassin.
but when it comes to what you could do, the parkour, which was quite limited, like this was the first Assassin's Creed where I was actually walking on the ground instead of climbing up the top of the house, the
Yeah,
rooftops.
because the
and
fucking
ju-
trees were awkward, I thought.
Yeah, the trees were awkward. There was no stealth missions as the demo showed up. The American Revolution missions were quite simple, quite like generic as fuck. And like when when I finished the main campaign, and I was like, okay, George Washington might have something else for me. Oh, there's a mission with George Washington, nice, and it's like catch ball with George Washington, and like it's a fucking ball game, and it's quite stupid. And, ah,
I started playing it again last year as like part of a streaming series I was doing on the XBL channel,
mhm.
and I finally unlocked Connor after doing all the Hatham played like
Uh-huh. Yes.
prologue. And as soon as I got control of Connor and started going into the real world, I remembered why I hated that fucking game. I was like, I'm not playing this anymore. I can't deal with it. The whole running from like, the wilderness to a different city, then back to the wilderness. It was like, I don't want to do that.
Yes. It
Especially
was
you're trying to navigate trees and fucking cliffs and.
It's a fun game. Is it a fun game? Yes, it is. But like when it comes about to compare to the other Assassin's Creed, to me, it's quite the worst.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's the worst in some regards for sure. But Unity's down there with me. Like, to be fair, the parkour in Unity, amazing, the best it's ever been in the franchise, and since Unity, it's only gone downhill.
Seriously, you think? You think so?
Yeah, I mean, look, you don't remember seeing those shots of like I can't even remember the fucking name
When
of
you
the
get inside a window and then there's a little cinematic going on in there.
Is it Arno? Is that the assassin?
Arno, yes,
Yeah.
Arno.
When you see him like scaling down the Notre Dame and stuff, it was incredible. The parkour in that game was so on point.
Mhm.
But it's only been going backwards since.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go on to another topic so we can be all fucking night owls. Google, no, they haven't. No, WWE 2K23 is set to be revealed during the Royal Rumble, apparently. Ash is probably more up on this, but he's not here.
Well, I just
was bored shitless listening to you.
I just love the fact that when we are going to talk about Google, rather just shut down the topic as quickly as
that's the
Google
next
did
topic, that's
Wikipedia, like Google, and it's that. There we go. That's the topic.
Yeah, apparently WWE 2K23 they're going to do a trailer most likely next week, so we shall see. I'll be watching Rumble on next Sunday or Saturday night in it. Rumble.
I hope that it's as good as last year's, because last year's was a real return to form. I wish they'd sort the lag out on 2K games, because you're playing against Americans most of the time. You don't get paired against people in the UK.
It plays well too. 22 actually, obviously online there is their issues, but as if you're playing it as say just you going through, the showcase, now it looks beautiful. It's nice and smooth. The controls have improved compared to was it 20 was the last game?
19.
Game.
Yes.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah. The controls were awful, but in this one they've improved all on that. The commentary is better. It plays well. A lot smoother. There is still a few bugs here and there, but it's a better game overall. And online, we had a lot of lag, but it still looked amazing. It still looked really good. Animations and the characters, the stadiums, the ring, the crowd look really good. It's hopefully they can improve on that and maybe elevate a bit more on the cloud side of stuff, which might actually help alleviate a bit of that lag. But I think usually it's Royal Rumble or SummerSlam they tend to announce when it's like new games and things. But
they want to get out for WrestleMania, aren't they?
It's also with, I know Vince was out and now he's sort of back in again because obviously he's kind of chucking his authority around with whatever share, stake price, whatever it is. I hope he's had less input because I think that's always been a bit of a hold back with the games. It's all kind of been what Vince wants to see, what he wants. Everything has to be okayed by him. Because I don't like the last. Yeah, because Triple H or Paul Levesque, whatever he's going by now, he is like creative director of WWE, so I'm hoping he's got quite a big input in on the games.
Yeah, he's still head of creative, even though that Vince has come back. He's still the head of creative. So.
Well, something that helped Paul stay in control of shit was his wife also still being on the board, but didn't she just leave?
Yeah, she left.
Yeah,
the
she has,
business
yeah.
name, but
So that could be bad news for
I
us.
think it was all a work. I think that was always the plan for Vince to leave
Oh.
until the allegations died down and then come back when things had simmered down a bit.
He's just paid off another lawsuit, hasn't he, today?
It's Christy Hemme, isn't it? That's who he's
No,
paying
no,
off.
different one.
Oh. That was one of the
A
ones.
referee that he allegedly assaulted back in the day, he settled for millions of pounds, apparently. So, I mean,
Yeah.
where the
Shady
smoke, there's
motherfucker.
fire, isn't there? So,
Yeah. I remember reading that it was because they never dropped any names as to who it would be, but it was a diva that was released around the same time that Christy Hemme got released. So there was always that speculation that she was the one that Vince was, knocking boots with.
It's almost like who isn't he knocking boots with?
Yeah, it'd be fucking hilarious if Tony Khan ends up buying WWE.
He won't. He won't.
Why not?
He's just because Vince McMahon has just passed something where he doesn't have to get anyone's approval to do what he wants with the company now. So he has like in terms of sort of like power with the board, he can do whatever the hell he likes, and he doesn't have to answer for it.
If Tony Khan puts in the biggest offer, then it's going to go to Tony Khan.
Vince is too much pride. Why would he?
Because he did it to WCW.
No, he won't.
And
He won't do it. He won't do it. I don't even think Tony Khan would offer out. I think it's going to get sold to someone huge. It'll go to like Disney or Netflix.
It makes sense for Disney to take it, to be fair.
Well, Disney have started partnering up with them in like the Asian regions to distribute it. To be fair, though, it could be whoever owns Peacock. I can't remember who owns Peacock, but
yeah, because their streaming service is through Peacock. It's NBC.
Yeah, NBC could they already stream it. They already have one of the shows on their channel, so why not buy them? And then they own it, and they can put all the shows on their channels and network.
Isn't NBC owned by Disney now, though?
I don't think so.
Oh no, sorry, that's Fox. Disney on Fox. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up.
Yeah, they own Fox now, Disney.
I'll tell you what.
They own Fox Movies. They don't own Fox TV. Separate company.
I do prefer AEW, but I think they just take too many fucking risks. For
you see that one where they powerbombed that woman and she missed the table and just powerbombed onto the floor?
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of...
There's too many fucking spots that are just like, Jesus Christ, you're not going to have a long career if that goes AWOL. Like, it's especially like we would watch matches with like the young Bucks?
Yeah.
And, Penta and Phoenix.
I lost respect for AEW when they brought Jeff Hardy in like 2 months after he had that fucking breakdown in WWE. Got to wander off into the crowd. They fired him for failing.
He's a draw though. People will pay to see him.
I know, but you've got to have
standards.
Yeah, exactly. They just it comes across amateurish to me. And
they took CM Punk on.
Exactly. Look how that ended out. Fucking one of his friends bit one of the MV, like the fucking fucking director people in a fight.
Did you see Kenny Omega like mimic?
Yeah,
he came back.
His thing.
Yeah,
well, Kenny Omega's working on the game, isn't he? On the AEW game, he's got a big creative input on the game.
I don't think
which looks good.
I don't think they'll be sold to the Saudis because I mean, you look at the way women get treated over there. That means their entire women's division would probably go.
And we'd never be able to go to the toilet during pay-per-views because literally that's what they usually were for. No offense to the women wrestlers, but on pay-per-views they use until like a few years ago. You always knew when the women's match came on, you could go get a drink and have a pee because they were normally like they give them like 3.5 minutes to have a match, and they were terrible. So
okay, we're going back to the cancel culture. That's it.
No, it's not. It's not all. But women's wrestling has come on, and yeah, I don't think it would fit well with the Saudis. You couldn't have Sami Zayn and stuff. They'd quit. Sami Zayn's Syrian, isn't he? So he didn't get on with him. Those reasons. So
CM Punk has always been the problem, though. That's the thing. Like he's always had this fucking attitude that he is the greatest, when in fact he's not even that good.
He's a good wrestler. He's just his mouth. He just lets his mouth get in front of him.
He managed to get himself over with how he fucking spoke.
Yeah. Shit in UFC. Had 2 matches and lost them both in seconds.
Embarrassingly as well. I think he didn't even he threw 1 punch which missed in his debut.
He got his arse handed to him in UFC. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was like watching that KSI fight the other day or whatever it was, where clearly the guy who was fighting shouldn't have been in that ring, and he hit him like twice, and that were end of match. You know, like, who paid for this? Watch on YouTube for like.
Oh,
5
that
seconds.
YouTuber versus. Is that what you're on about?
They had someone stand
He
in
got
last
punched
year.
once and left.
He did. Stubbs, yeah, CM Punk did go to UFC. He signed a contract. He had 2 fights, and then he was let go.
He got embarrassed.
Yeah, Dana White say he was one of the worst fighters he'd ever seen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the best of all time is generously, to be fair.
Yeah, he's definitely not one of the best. Like,
Yeah.
he's never getting on that Mount Rushmore, is he?
No,
I watched
absolutely
both
not.
the fights.
Shawn
I
Michaels is one of
paid
the
to
best of all
watch it.
time.
Shawn Michaels keeps popping back now and again, comes out in his Zimmer
Yeah,
frame.
he needs
It's like,
to
come on,
fucking
let it
stay
go.
But Shawn Michaels, right? You're fighting him, you don't know where he's looking, so you don't know where you got to defend nowadays. So that's its advantage.
He's got a proper lazy eye now, hasn't he?
Yes,
A really lazy eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that match he had with Kane and Undertaker in where was it? Saudi.
Oh,
That was horrific.
Bald
Right,
Shawn Michaels, fucking Kane's
Yeah.
mask falls off.
Pulled
and
Kane's
Rick
mask
pulls his
off.
pec. It's horrendous. So sweaty, it's so hot in Saudi. His mask just falls off again.
It's great. Like I say, Shawn Michaels is amazing in his day. You know, he's a very good performer, a very good showman. But you know, when he retired, he should have kind of left it at that, not keep coming back. But obviously, when Vince chucks money at him and says, you know, will you come back for this? I'll pay you X amount of money. Of course, you're going to come back for.
He's tied to one of those Legends contracts, though, isn't he? He's allowed to make like sporadic appearances.
He runs NXT. He runs NXT. Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, him and oh no, Road Dogg got let go, didn't he?
No, he's
See
still
that,
out. He's back now.
Did you
For
see
a
that?
soul.
Did you see that thing with Ricky Steamboat? He says he's not going to wrestle Ric Flair again because of like he doesn't want to be in a ring with someone that has a pacemaker. Did you see that?
Well, Ricky Steamboat had his last ever match recently, and he was apparently not that bad in it. But did anyone watch the Ric Flair's last match?
Yeah,
No.
Amazing.
that was awful.
It's like
Absolutely awful.
It's like watching like a car crash, and there's literally decapitations and stuff. You still watch, and it's just amazing. It looked like he died about 3 times in that match. And
The best thing I ever read was Ric Flair treats his matches like he treats his wives. He always thinks the next one will be better.
Oh my god!
Do you remember Futurama? Did you ever watch Futurama?
Yeah.
Remember the lobster doctor guy? I can't remember his name. When he takes his shell off and he goes all wrinkly, and that's Ric Flair. Yeah, that's him. That's Ric Flair.
What was it you said about him, Ash?
You should just go off into the sunset and die.
Zoidberg, that's it. Zoidberg. Cheers.
All you can hear in the distance. Woo!
Let's sing.
Oh.
Just hear
what,
a woo and then a single gunshot.
If I ever hear another woo chant or another what chant in wrestling, I'd be a happy person. Because they're just annoying nowadays. They were good back in the day.
You got that LA Knight now who's trying to get on that whole what thing. I can't stand that shit. What was going on with LA Knight? Why have they brought Bray Wyatt back to feud with LA Knight?
Why not? This looks
shit.
I'm ready. But do you mean you don't want to watch the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match? Literally,
No.
they have to say Mountain Dew in it as well. If there's not like a tub of Mountain Dew getting hit over someone's head in the dark, I'm going to be disappointed by this match. I swear. I'm so ready for Royal Rumble. It's not this weekend, it's next weekend. And I cannot watch it. One of the best pay-per-views of the year. WWE's
It's the only one I really like.
Best run in like years. Leading up to Mania, leading up to Money in the Bank in the UK.
I think, Ash, you should get the pay-per-view and we should live stream it and all be on there watching it.
Yeah, Sentinel's spot on. Goldberg was fucking dangerous, man. He couldn't wrestle. Like he just couldn't wrestle. He had the spear and the jackhammer, and that was it.
Yeah.
If you ever want to see something hilarious, go and watch the match that you have with William Regal. My God, what a
Because they would use William Regal to see how good of a wrestler was, or how good of a wrestler
Regal
someone
like
was.
6 weeks later.
Yeah, and it's like the WWE would use X-Pac, Sean Waltman, for the same purpose. He wrestles with them to see how good they are, to see how much they can adapt. And how good the match was with X-Pac, that determines how good of a wrestler they are. WCW did the same thing with William Regal because he'd been wrestling since he was like 16. And so the match against Goldberg looked horrible because Goldberg was shit.
Yeah, look at the match that you had with Undertaker in
Well,
Saudi Arabia.
you know what?
Amazed they didn't
was
fucking
bad,
kill
but
each
Taker
other.
was just as bad in that match.
Right, but I'm amazed that they didn't fucking kill each other.
Yeah.
Like, they nearly dropped each other on each other's head. Like, it was just horrific.
It was terrible.
Jesus.
It was funny. It was terrible, and
Anyway,
it was just two people well past the prime. That would have been such a good match 15, 20 years ago.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
not many
I know,
people can come back.
I
That's
don't
the
want to
thing we
see.
should
I don't
stop.
want to see Goldberg wrestle again. He was never a good fucking wrestler to begin with, and
Yeah.
now they bring him back for coming to SummerSlam. Who cares? It's fucking Goldberg. Like, it's,
Yeah.
You know what though? When Goldberg
he's a meme of
squashed
himself.
Lesnar, that was amazing. Like when he came back and he squashed Lesnar's little ass in like 3 seconds, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, what's happened?" It was great, but they should have just sort of like he should have give away belt, and that were it. They extended
Yeah.
it too long. He should have been him and Lesnar a couple of matches. Lesnar gets the win back. We move on, but the whole Bobby Lashley thing was annoying until the last match where it sort of wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But,
Lesnar can't even really wrestle anymore.
Yes,
He literally he does about 3 moves and that's
he
it.
doesn't
Nah,
have to.
Lesnar's fucking immense, man. He's amazing.
No, he's
Farmer
not.
Lesnar
He was
is
in the
best
day.
Brock Lesnar there's
I
ever
love
been.
Yeah.
Farmer Lesnar.
You-
I love seeing him come
no,
out and
no.
just have a good time.
Yeah.
Lesnar,
When he comes
Lesnar
out,
back
have a
in the
laugh.
day, top rope. He used to do all sorts. Now he does about 3 moves.
Yeah, 'cause he
and
landed
that's
on his
it.
head.
Because he nearly fucking died at WrestleMania. Was it 26, 23? I can't remember. What was WrestleMania?
Doesn't
Was it
matter.
Angle?
He does,
He nearly
he does
fucking
about 3
died.
moves. He tries and sucks his gut in every match that he actually comes back for. He just needs to
Are
go.
you
and
watching the
retire.
same WWE that I've been?
You don't defend him. Don't forget, you're the one that slated him and his wife.
Oh,
You're
my
wrong.
God.
You're wrong.
They
But
actually
anyway-
make him look built up to hell in the games, and he's actually a fat podge.
Yeah, but he's married to Sable, so when they win the chicken dinner, he's rich and he's
Yeah,
married
yeah.
to Sable, so
Yeah,
he's living
yeah.
his best life.
Yeah, fair enough.
Little
Yeah,
farm.
I take it back.
I tell you, they should have put Lesnar just for a joke in with those Viking people, the Viking Raiders for now, and he should be like the boss of them, just because it'd be
If-
funny.
If
You
Mae
look
Young
forward.
wasn't dead, they'd fucking bring her back to fight.
Mae
love
Young
it.
was fucking built different. She was awesome, man. Like even like when she's taking like a power bomb from Bubba Ray Dudley off the fucking stage through a table when she's like 80 old.
Lesnar to win Rumble, that's it. He's coming back. He's going to be number 30. He's going to absolutely destroy him just because that's it.
So
Yeah.
Back. We're getting rocked.
I'll
We should
I'll
do
just
it.
German
Yes.
suplex everyone, and
Yeah,
that's
true.
it, and the match is won.
Nah, it's
Right.
Rock
He's a
coming back.
has-been. He's a has-been.
Google and Nvidia have objected to the ABK deal. Not really surprising, because Microsoft blocked Nvidia's acquisition of ARM back in the day, and Google dominates the mobile market, and they don't want the competition. So
It's,
they've now
it's
done
more
that.
though, isn't it? More though, it's not the games. It's not Call of Duty or games that they're
No, they don't
objecting to. It is the mobile side, but it's actually they're mainly objecting to the cloud stuff. That it's cloud that's the issue, because that's kind of the market they're all fighting in at the
Yeah.
moment. And it's not so much the games. I don't think they give a hell about the games. It's just they don't want Microsoft to have the overall power, so to speak, on cloud gaming and mobile gaming. But even if the deal goes through and they own King, there's so many, King's literally got Candy Crush, but they know it's not the game that they're so concerned about. It's the expertise and the technology that we'll get from it that will kind of put Microsoft in the top place for that sort of stuff. But they have said it's not games. They're not interested in games. They couldn't give a shit about games. Look what they did to Stadia, killed it after 3 years because they realised this isn't for us. But Yeah, rest in peace, Stadia.
I think it would have done better if it hadn't been a cloud streaming service.
It's not that. I don't think that killed it. I don't think
I think
it's
that's
the
what killed it.
cloud.
If
No,
you are a
no.
Stadia player, or were a Stadia player now, past tense, and you have the controller, you have till the end of this year to use the official tool to convert it to the Bluetooth mode, so you can use it as a normal PC pad from a Stadia pad. So you've got a few months, but bear in mind, after the end of this year, it will just become a paperweight if you don't convert it.
Yeah,
So.
but it's not the cloud service that killed it, because Google do have the superior cloud service, because they do. What killed Stadia was that you had to pay a subscription to use their service, but also buy your games. And then they had other subscription services in there that you had to subscribe to separately. Instead of saying, right, you buy the controller, therefore you have access to the service, just buy your games, that would have worked. Then you could have had the add-ons, or they could have done deals where if you bought the controller, you got 6 months, 12 months Ubisoft Plus or EA Play or whatever other service for free, included for 12 months. But they didn't do that. They said, right, you've got to pay us, what was it, $12.99 a month? So you buy the controller, which you had to have the Chromecast device. So you had to buy the whole package, which was $50, $60, $70, $80, whatever it was. Then also pay a monthly subscription, but then buy your games separately. That's what killed the service. That it just wasn't sustainable. It was literally you making people pay for a service and then buy your games. It's like, no, you buy your Xbox, buy an Xbox console. You own the console, it's yours. You don't pay a monthly subscription for the console. You've got the console. You want a game? You go and buy a game, it's yours. Or lease a license, or however you want to look at it. But Stadia went, no. We'll just charge you a monthly fee on top of the $80, $90, $100, whatever it is that you've just paid out. Pay us $11.99, $12.99 a month, whatever it is. But then you have to go and buy your game separately. That's what killed it. I don't think the cloud's amazing.
Well,
they had the best cloud service.
The irony here is that to basically start a service like this, you have to do exactly like you're saying. And for smaller companies, that wouldn't be feasible because of the amount of the financial hit they'd have to take at the beginning. But Google is big; they could take that hit. They could say, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna take a hit negatively for like 2 or 3 years, but really push to get more people on the subscription service, and we'll break even in 3 years, and then we'll start making money." They could afford to do that. Google had billions of dollars, but they chose not to.
Yeah.
They went about it the wrong way. The model they went with was never going to work, and the minute it was released on what they were doing and released it. I know they had loads of pre-orders cancelled, but they must have, surely someone internally must have gone, hang on a minute, clearly this doesn't work, we need to relook at this. Yeah, fair enough. Pay for the controller, pay for the Chromecast device to plug in your TVs. That's fine. Nobody had a problem with paying that because they knew you needed it, and it was the hardware, so to speak, so you could take it anywhere with you. But then to say, pay a subscription service and buy your games on top of it, and then pay for extra subscription services if you want to play catalogs of games, it was like not going to work. They could have approached it as in, right, let's sell this, let's chuck in 6 months or 2 months or whatever of one of the services, let people buy the games, and started off there. Yeah, they may have taken a loss, and they probably would have taken a loss, but I say with Xbox, with Game Pass, it's taken a big loss. I believe now, didn't Phil Spencer last say it's profitable now? Or just about profitable?
But like, I think when it comes to Google especially, they decided to go with the same thing that Activision and EA always tries to do when they decide to add a new monetization thing, or even Konami, as we saw with that spin-off Metal Gear Solid game about zombies, which was like the mantra is always, what can we get away with?
Yeah,
I think that's why Google decided to. They saw the reaction, they saw the initial feedback of Stadia, and they haven't changed because they said, okay, but what if we push a little bit? Can we make people just accept it? What can we get out with?
yeah,
And
true.
then, yeah,
The problem with Stadia was
But
that
3 years into it, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You were 3 years into it, and they
Yes.
didn't pivot. You look at Amazon Luna. You buy the controller. I don't think there's an external device you plug in. There may be, may not be. I don't know because it's yeah.
it's online only, I believe.
Yeah, but you buy the hardware, and then you just buy your games, and
You
it's
gotta
working.
Yeah, Google really dropped the fucking ball with the Stadia launch.
Mm-hmm.
Really dropped the ball with it.
Yeah.
To be fair,
And
right,
it was
Stadia, because I got the Google Stadia. I had a copy, I got the setup when it was on sale. It was like 25 quid for the Chromecast Ultimate and the controller, which they kindly refunded to me recently because they refunded everyone who bought one. So thanks for that. So I got a free Chromecast. But the tech in Stadia is amazing. It ran so much better than xCloud. Like, you want a smoother system, it just ran better. You could screenshot and record videos in the cloud, and it would save them in the cloud. And you could then download them on your PC and stuff like that. So if you were a content creator, it had all the tools built in. But they never implemented all the promises, like the YouTube integration, where you could be playing and then someone could jump in, or they could then load the game up. If they'd have had that, I don't think it would have died, because you've got that social, oh, I want to play that, I'm going to jump straight in, I can play it through my YouTube browser and stuff. But it was all false promises. And they did eventually allow you to play your games for free, to play without a subscription if you buy the games. That did cut. But you were limited to 720p. If you wanted a better resolution, you had to subscribe, which obviously annoys a lot of normal people.
Yeah, but
obviously, the lack of content, like, it's new things were a year and a half, 2 years old.
Yeah, but when it comes to the resolution, it's not necessarily a problem, because here's the Nintendo Switch, still quite popular, and that console doesn't have a good resolution at all, and people are not mad by that.
When you're streaming, though, the fact that you paid for that game and they are not letting you, like, the Switch cannot put out 1080p properly, like, it's limited to what it can put out.
Yes.
Google Stadia, it's like having an Xbox Series X and them saying, right, you've bought the console, you've bought that game, but unless you pay us an extra $5 or $10 a month, you can only play it at 720p, even though you technically can play it at higher.
Like Netflix do.
Yeah, like Netflix, they're fucking scumbags for that. It costs a fortune. And like,
I don't even know.
I am an HD snob. Once I went to 4K, I hate watching stuff.
I didn't find there was enough 4K content on there that I wanted to watch to warrant having it. So I just dropped up to 1080p.
So you went to Tortuga, did you?
Yeah, the thing is with Netflix, a lot of the stuff now is literally runs 4K, but they charge you more for it. I'm quite lucky. I get Netflix top package for free with Sky, so I don't have to pay for it. Yeah. But it is. Yeah, but you got to think about it. What do they charge now for the top package of Netflix?
$15 quid.
$15.99, $14.99, $15.99 a month. Yeah, I pay. What's my Sky? My Sky is.
They're casting all my favourite shows.
$25 a month. So I'm getting Sky at £25 a month, but get the top package of Netflix included. But it's scummy. It's the fact that they can give you better as standard, but they won't unless you pay more money, which what Stadia was doing. Yeah, as Ash said, eventually they did kind of pivot and say, right, you don't need the subscription. You can play the games, but you're going to get the crappiest version of the game unless you pay us money. And it was just fail after fail after fail.
Netflix have really lost their way, haven't they? Especially with
And they've just pulled
Password,
the,
did that tweet
Yeah.
saying password sharing, didn't they? Is
yeah, they pulled that now. Yeah.
and then
I
they
got
say
one more thing now.
get rid of password sharing.
Yeah, and it's harmed them. And to be honest, a lot of people like Netflix and join with Netflix because they could share with other people. But the fact, no, you can't share now if you're outside your house.
I still share
Ridiculous.
Netflix with my missus. We don't have any issues.
Yeah, well, they're still rolling it out. I've got it now. I can only if I'm on laptop or mobile or tablet, I can watch that anywhere, any house, outside. But to me, if you've got the app on your TV, it's they're rolling it out more and more. I can have Netflix on in my house, but I couldn't give it to my mate who lives down the street to log in on his TV. It won't let him do it.
I'll tell you what I fucking hate about Netflix is that if you use a VPN and use the American Netflix, they got more British fucking shows on the American Netflix than we got on the British one. You got more Top Gear, more fucking British classics.
This is the problem Netflix will always have, though. It's now it's lost its edge of being like the only streaming service. Everyone's got a streaming service now, which means they're pulling all their content from it. They want to put their content on their own, and Netflix has had that boom of it started the whole sort of like unique content for streaming services. But now Netflix is one of those things now where pretty much every show it does gets cancelled after one season. So no one wants to
really frustrating
because you don't trust that they're going to keep pushing them out. And then they're like, well, not enough people watched them. It's like, well, yeah, I watched Glow. I watched like 3 seasons of Glow, and then you can cancel the final one mid-filming.
Santa Clarita Diet was my fucking was amazing, and they left it on such a shit cliffhanger. Like, oh no, we're going to cancel it. Well, great, thanks. I was really enjoying that show.
Did anyone watch that other wrestling TV show they did with Stephen Amell who was in Green Arrow?
No, I haven't watched it. But I know what you
it's
mean.
called Heels. Heels? I think it's called
Yeah.
Heels. Yeah, done a TV show. I've not even seen that pop up anywhere yet because I don't know what it's on.
I started watching something the other day. What was I this week? It was called Servant on Apple Plus or Apple TV. That's some weird shit. You want a creepy TV show to watch Servant. It's freaky. I got Rob Measley acting his arse off, but
I just download shit now. I don the old pirate out and fuck off to Tortuga if there's like something on a service that I don't want to pay for.
It's getting that way though. Streaming was supposed to replace overpaying for like Sky services, and now if you bought all the subscription services, it costs more than Sky.
I don't have Sky. I don't even have like terrestrial TV.
No,
if there's something that comes like HBO, The Last of Us, I was like, I'm not fucking getting a Sky subscription just to watch that. I'll just download it.
They're all now. Everyone's trying to own their own subscription service to make the most money instead of just licensing the content out. But they keep setting these services up, thinking, "Oh, our content's enough." It never is.
I'm
so
not
like
that out as well, anyway.
it's just like they've like HBO Max. HBO Max. How people keep paying for that because they keep removing so much content. It's losing 80 films this month. They've pulled off pretty much all of their classic cartoons off it. They've started to pull off all of the superhero stuff off it. What's the point?
One of its biggest selling points was the fact that you could watch like movies on it day one because of the COVID.
And they've got rid of that now. Yeah. They've like Disney Plus has started to. A good half of its content now doesn't come out on day one on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But they come out but this month we're getting Black Panther's coming out on it. But
1st of February.
Yeah, but Disney Plus has got the benefit of its Disney. So if your kids want to watch some, a good chance is they're going to watch some Disney, and they've got a lot of back catalogue they can slowly drip feed.
Aren't they also bringing a new like revival of the superhero Daredevil? Aren't they bringing that to Disney Plus?
Yeah, they're making a new series. Yeah,
the TV series are coming to it, and like the Star Wars, Mandalorian, and stuff. But they haven't got the day one. They're moving away from day one content because they want to make more money.
But
they fucking ruined Marvel. I think.
Yeah,
it's awful.
I don't know.
You mean after Endgame? Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
But
it's
before it was quite amazing.
I
Well,
think
they're literally giving every unknown fucking Marvel character a TV series now.
What they actually ruined is Star Wars.
Apparently, Andor's
I,
going to be
I
amazing.
liked the Obi-Wan Kenobi
was
series. It was
amazing.
awesome.
No, okay, but
The
but
last,
like
it was awesome. Awesome.
but-
That's the
I mean,
best
let's
Star
go
Wars
down
content.
into a 2-hour film.
no, but let's talk
Best
about the
content they've
trilogy.
done.
Let's talk about the movie trilogy, which is the main thing that everyone expects when it comes to Star Wars. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
If
you
when
all
we
know
talk
because
about-
we
Everyone
have
wants
done Star
Darth
Wars.
Vader.
I
mean,
never even bothered with the last movie. Was
I
it
mean,
Rise of
it's-
Skywalker? I didn't even
It's
bother with it.
horrible. The Rise of Skywalker is
The
horrendous.
middle film is the best.
I've never been a massive Star Wars fan anyway, but I lost
So
interest after the Last Jedi.
just mute yourself then, and let
Yeah.
the adults handle the situation.
The TV shows they've actually done.
He
He
actually
has
did
done,
it.
yeah. The Star Wars TV
I want no
shows
part of
that
this
they've done
discussion.
are actually better than the films. Mandalorian's brilliant, and I watched yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I watched the new trailer for the Mandalorian series. Looks really, really good. Going back to Mandalore, looks really, really good. Boba Fett was a bit hit and miss, but it was still okay.
But we got Clone Wars. We got Clone Wars TV show.
Yeah. The cartoons are actually the best things they've done.
Yeah.
It's
know,
going to be amazing.
Is
When
it
you
wait a
see
second. Is
Ahsoka
it the-
fight Darth Vader and damage half his mask off, and you see part of
No,
Anakin again.
that's
Awesome.
not Clone Wars. That's Rebels.
Rebels,
No,
that's Rebels. Yeah,
Clone Wars. They did a final season of Clone Wars on Disney Plus.
yeah, they did. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they did. But yeah, that was in Rebels that episode. But Bad Batch was good. But the
Rebels was
Obi-Wan
nice.
Kenobi series, absolutely awesome. Going back to what would be the originals. Back then, Obi-Wan actually fighting Darth Vader, and when he, spoilers, they have the last fight, takes half his mask off, and you see
You didn't
Hayden
kill
Christian
Anakin
as
Skywalker, Obi-Wan.
and he does,
I
and then
did.
and that connection you see and you get, and then he lets him live. He could have ended it all there, but obviously wouldn't ruin the stories going forth. But it was really
Imagine in Rebels.
You know we're going to
Darth
get a season
Vader.
2 of that one day because it was so
I would
good.
love it. I tell you
Yeah.
something. The best bit when he was facing down in that last episode with Vader, and he did that classic. Obi-Wan goes, "I'll do what I must," and takes that stance. And it was classic from when he fought Anakin in
Yes.
Revenge of the Sith.
Yes.
Goosebumps. Loved it. It was awesome. It was an awesome series. Started off a bit slow, but just got better and better. And it was amazing. Absolutely loved it. I'm actually gutted that James Earl Jones has officially completely retired, and he said he won't come back to voice anything or do
Yeah,
anything.
but he sold them. They've sold him his like AI voice, so they can sample his voice and just use
Gee.
it.
All right, that's fair
Yeah.
enough.
You mean we are never going to hear James Earl Jones doing Mufasa for
No.
a fourth time in the remake of
No.
Lion King?
But it's good that Disney with the films. The films seem to get worse, but the TV shows are getting better, and the TV shows come to Disney Plus, and
Fucking
you can
Marvel,
tell.
man.
Well, at least it's much better than anything that DC has been doing right now. So
Yeah.
The Marvel
Oh, and-
TV shows have been fucking dire.
A Daredevil I've got
Coming
hope
this
for.
summer,
Daredevil's
Gimp
good.
Man. Like that's the kind of shit we're getting now. Like these unheard of fucking characters getting their own TV shows.
Yeah, and
Oh,
HBO Max is actually coming to the UK. I can't remember if it's late July or early August, but it has been announced it is coming to the
It's
UK.
never coming because they're going to combine it with Discovery, and they've already butchered it. They've took all the good shit off. So what's the point?
Oh, but I get Discovery free with Sky as of
Yeah.
I'll tell
yesterday.
you what.
Yeah,
Tell you what, man.
combined, you're going to get like half of each because they just don't care.
That fucking first episode of The Last of Us is Soul's Kiss.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh, you can't
Amazing.
like it. It's PlayStation.
I can't
You
like
can't
it.
Like
I,
it.
I,
No, you
I,
can't.
I played the game.
You're an
up until
Xbox
the
fanboy.
point- Ah, shut the fuck up. I played the game up until the point of...
He actually did the up yours gesture. Jesus.
I played The Last of Us up until the point where the movie, the TV show, stopped. That was as far as I got, and everything about that first episode was spot on.
It's good. I was a bit skeptical about the characters because Troy Baker and oh god, what's her name? I forgot her name now. Name's gone out of my head. Who plays Ellie? quite.
Ramsey.
No. They're in the game. I can't remember her name.
Fuck knows.
But from the game, they're quite really good characters. And when you first saw them going to be in The Last of Us, the TV show, I was very iffy. But the minute they started, it was just perfect for the roles. And I can't wait to see.
I'll tell you what I can't
they
stand.
do and what they change.
I'll tell you what I didn't like: the size of Bella Ramsey's forehead. Fuck me, it's like a 10 head.
Well,
Yes.
Shame her for being slightly ugly.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Look at your
Hold
face.
Hold up.
Body
I
shame.
didn't say
Don't
she was
body
ugly.
shame now.
I didn't say she was ugly. I said
body
she's got
shame.
a fucking massive forehead.
I mean, you could land a helicopter on that shit.
Wow. Let's pick on females now, shall we? Yeah, you sicko.
Let's cancel Bella Ramsey's forehead.
Bring back cancel
I'll Sentinel was just as bad. We'll mute him as well. There you go.
No. But it was really. It was a very good first episode. I don't know how many episodes it is. Is it 8? I think it's 8 episodes.
I'll
tell you
what, if they
really
was the first episode, I'm fucking all for it.
The game itself gets better.
It's just incredible.
Yeah, the game itself gets better and better, and and the things that goes on. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil anything of what happens in the game and what's probably going to happen in the show. But it'd be nice to see how they deviate a bit. But its first episode was fire. It was really good, and again, hence why we've got a PlayStation 5 version of Last of Us Part 1, because hopefully it's going to be
try
consoles.
and fucking justify it. Don't try
It
and
is.
justify it.
You look at the tweet. You look at
Three
the
fucking
first tweet that
versions
they
of the
dropped.
same game.
Don't matter. It's not aimed at people that have already played it. It's aimed at getting more people into the ecosystem.
But
That's
as long
where
as you
it's aimed.
continue to defend that argument, remasters and remakes will be a fucking thing, and they need to die out.
Yeah.
Why?
Especially for games that are not even 10 years old.
So if you had a game
It's a
that
catch,
you really,
yeah.
really loved and they announced that they were going to remaster it, you wouldn't be happy?
Yeah, if it was a game from my childhood, I don't want to play something that I played fucking less than 10 years ago as a remake. That's just ridiculous.
But it's not. Again, it's not aimed at you.
Yeah,
it's not
it's already
aimed at
been a
people that
remake.
played it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Joe,
but it's not
let's
aimed
do
at that.
BMG as well.
It's aimed at people to get them into the ecosystem.
got
The
four
fact
more
that you
topics
can't
here.
see that is just
I'm not-
you being very short-sighted, in my opinion.
It's so good
Not
to
at
see
all.
that.
Not
It's
at
so
all.
good. It's so good
The fact
to
that you
see
can't see
even
the bigger
after-
picture of it,
No,
that's
the bigger
your problem, not
picture
mine.
is people at Sony go, these dumb fucks are willing to keep parting with their money. That's the fucking bigger picture.
Right. And do they part with the money? Yes.
Wait a
Will they
second.
bring? Yeah,
Why
exactly. So
Wait a
they're not.
second.
So they're
Brandon.
the smart ones doing it.
Brandon.
Xbox just sit there and say, right, let's get all these first party games and we'll release one every
Brandon.
5 years. Because we're that
Seriously.
thick and can't make a
Seriously.
game. Because our development
does-
team
Wow.
is thick as big shit.
Seriously,
I can't
Brandon.
make a game.
It's not actually BMG saying this. Jim Ryan's his hand stuck up his arm. His mouth.
His hand is, Jim Ryan's fist is literally fucking up there, good and proper.
Hang on, just to point out to chat, it's all just good fun. It's all just a laugh. We're all, it's
Brandon,
all-
please,
it's not-
Can't stand the guy. Can't stand the guy.
Please, for the love of God, explain me. Why does your impression of
Superfire.
Naughty Dog is an Australian guy?
It's all
Right.
good. It's all good.
I'm gonna wrap it up in a second because
We've got 4 more topics yet.
What?
I'm tired. It's been 2 hours.
One more topic.
All right, let's have one more topic because I think it's relevant. Scalebound could be making a
We
revival.
don't care. It looks
No,
mid.
we don't care.
Leave it dead. We don't want it.
All right, Avowed looks for a 2024 release date. So does Black Myth WuKong. That's targeting summer of 2024. And Bright Memory gets a free update that adds a third person mode.
Just installed that.
Seriously.
So now it's PlayStation fans' best games. It's got a third-person camera mode. They're all
PlayStation
over
proof.
They're like, this game's amazing in third person, but when it was first person, like, shit, Xbox game, don't play it. It's on Game Pass. It's Game Pass.
Might be the first Xbox game to actually be successful.
Wow.
I can smell Jim Ryan's fingers from here, mate. They're that far.
Fucking tickling his tonsils, they are.
I definitely recommend you pick up.
Fucking elbow deep he is.
I definitely recommend you try thingy though. I've got Bright Memory. It's actually really good. It's a good
I
laugh.
played the first one. I didn't actually play the main release.
The main game is so much better. You've got it actually has a proper story. It has boss fights. It has customizable characters and weapons and upgrades and everything. It really fleshes it out. It's still not super long. You'll get through it in like 4 hours, but it's not a bad game. On terms of Scalebound, you had your chance, Platinum, and you shit the bed.
I don't want them to work with him now. After that fucking little dickhead and his, his racism towards like anyone that's not Japanese.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
He's
exactly.
an arsehole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Platinum Games, right? Everyone's like, oh, Platinum Games. What have Platinum Games put out this year that's been good? Nothing. Babylon's Fall, shit. That other game, shit. They just put
That
out
other game, I loved like Babylon's Fall, shit, and then
Oh yeah.
that other
Apparently,
game.
apparently some PS developers now working on Sea of Thieves. They're taking Rare off it.
Loot it. They
No,
haven't took Rare off.
no.
They're
They're
just
not.
listed.
Exactly. They're not taking Rare off of Sea of Thieves. They're going to be helping the development because part of the Rare studio is going to be working on Avowed or something else.
They need to be working on something else. Like a fucking
Why is
Rare
that?
get held
You
back.
mean,
so much.
Banjo-Kazooie!
No,
Yeah,
no.
both
Red
of
didn't
them.
they come out and say they didn't want to work on any of the old IPs? They wanted to just do new stuff.
They're stupid.
Aren't they still making Everwild?
Yeah, that's what
Yes,
they're probably
they
doing.
are.
What the fuck's happened to that?
Died,
Didn't that got
rebooted.
announced? Didn't that get announced like 4 or 5 years ago?
No,
Yeah.
4 years ago actually.
This is what I mean, man. Xbox need to start locking shit down. It's just
Oh,
getting ridiculous.
stop being
Wait, whoa. Never say that they should shut down Rare, please.
No, I'm saying that they need to start like fucking getting these teams being productive.
Yeah, he's just saying they need to shut down Everwild.
Yeah. Oh my god, there's so much coming out. You all need to stop being negative all the time. Oh my god.
Yeah, coming out sometime in the next 20 years.
Coming up.
The only you got to fucking look forward to is remakes and remasters.
Delayed to last year because God of War wasn't supposed to come out last year, but it did. Gran Turismo, that was supposed to come out year before.
Yes.
Ryzen, that was. They just
People,
kept getting delayed.
people love it.
You're
But
about
they've
to get
released. Hang
What-
on,
what-
but they've
what-
released. Where's Xbox's games?
No, people love to brag about.
They
people
released.
love to-
PlayStation's released. Where's Xbox's games?
You're about to get a fucking The Last of Us Part 2 milked more than your mum's tits
People
edition.
love to talk
My mum's
about Xbox had no big releases in 2022 when PlayStation just had no big releases in 2021.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah,
It's
there's
such
a lot
silly
coming.
argument.
No,
This whole
there's a lot
Xbox-
coming. There's a lot of
Xbox
games.
has no games. I can go on my Xbox now and
2021,
get at
it
least
had no.
No, there's a lot of games coming. I hope they manage to land better than obviously. I know previous years we've had COVID stuff has delayed. That couldn't be helped. It is what it is. But they have got a lot of games coming, and I'm quite excited for the lineup they've got. Hopefully they hit. I know there's the rumours Starfield's now been pushed till
No, it hasn't.
rumored.
Stop.
No, rumored. No, I hope it comes this year. I hope it comes early
Every
this year.
fucking day. Starfield's
it's
been
due.
delayed internally. Redfall's been delayed
yeah.
internally.
No.
Nothing from an official voice. Not a fucking
Yeah,
No,
thing.
nothing.
what I'm saying, we're gonna.
Yeah.
There's the leak that we're going to get release dates at next week's event. So I think personally, Redfall's going to hit within like the next month, maybe 2 at most. I think that's pretty much ready to go.
If you go on Twitter on any given day, the rumor mill is fucking hilarious.
No,
Now this has been delayed. Says this random guy on Reddit. Oh, great,
No.
awesome. That's true then.
This has been delayed. Said
Yeah.
my ass.
I think Starfield's going to hit in
Xbox shutting
June.
down this month according to 4chan.
Oh yeah,
We've
yeah,
got
yeah.
another week
Yeah.
left.
But no, I think
Just doing this
I think
showcase a week
Starfield's
before the
going to hit end
shutdown.
of June. I think end
Guys-
of June at the latest for Starfield.
Guys in chat, if you've enjoyed tonight's episode, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed. We're here every week. We've got the PSN show on Wednesdays. We've got the XBL show on Thursdays. We've got some role-playing game sessions coming back. Maybe some live game streams and stuff over the weekends. We've got lots of shit coming. And yeah, we have rebranded. It's now XPN, the XPN network.
Yes, we are officially the extremely perverted nonsense network.
Fucking Jesus Christ, Fabio. 2 hours 5.
Fabio's always ruining it.
That was the secret
Right,
name. That was the
right.
secret name. We weren't telling anyone the name. That was the secret side to it.
Right.
Yeah, we've rebranded, as we keep saying, is because we're not just covering Xbox news anymore. We're not just covering PlayStation. We're covering everything: wrestling, movies, TV, fucking Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, you name it. we're covering it.
Wrestling and TV? Seriously?
Yeah, because
Okay.
most and half an hour of our show tonight was wrestling chat.
Yeah.
When are we starting up the Pornhub show?
We're not
Can't
doing a
wait for that.
Pornhub show. BMG has got an OnlyFans in the works.
OnlyFans
He's,
of BMG.
It's going to be called BaldManGamer's Feet to get started. Catch some nice feet pics on that. So make sure you subscribe to that.
I'm also going to have a pool of water that I'm going to sit in and probably fart and piss in. If you would like a sample of that, hit me up. I'll give a reasonable price. And I'll bottle it here.
We're not going to remove Home of XBL Party Podcast from the channel name because people won't know who we are.
Exactly.
It's just a transition name to get us from XBL to XPN. So people don't just go, who the fuck are these guys? No,
don't worry about PSN missing from the XBL bit because they can't. We're kind of like the ugly child. With 10 episodes, or no, 9.
9.
We're the ugly incest brother that lives in the basement.
What the?
You get your name in the credits when you've done 30, 40 episodes. Stop moaning.
But yeah, I'll tell you what, we're going to wrap it up there because we've been going on for a bit now.
Don't forget to mention next week.
What's happening next week?
Next week.
Oh yeah, next Wednesday, January 25th, we are doing a live stream of the Director Direct. What's it called? Developer Direct? Why are they
Developer
fucking named
Direct.
it so stupid?
Xbox Bethesda Developer Direct.
Xbox.
Thank you. Yeah, we are doing a live stream of that. So if you want to tune in, catch our reactions and stuff.
I'll be there.
I won't be there, unfortunately. I've got other commitments, but I
No
will
worries,
be.
I'll be there. Thank you.
Why is Fabio now called Banned?
Because he's banned.
What? I'm official.
Mute him again.
But we are moving PSN to the Tuesday, same time, but on Tuesday, just so we don't mix in with the Developer Direct on the Wednesday.
Why was I banned?
Because Xbox is more
Damn it.
important than PSN. That's why we're having to shunt the PSN show off to another day because we want that time slot to be dedicated to pure Xbox because that's what we truly believe in.
Yep.
Anyway, good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe,
Thanks
all
so
that
much,
fun
everybody.
shit. And
Join 99p. You get extra free videos. Lots of them.